Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. Y'all already know what time it is. We back with another one of them things, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight, man. We about to get rocking. I see the chat rolling in early. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out my man Hungry Ham. Dave James is highly upset. He looks like he's ready to pick up from what happened yesterday. It's Flight Sports TV. Listen, we got ourselves a lot to unpack tonight. We are coming off the heels of the Liangelo ball signing. This has been such a busy week. I mean, I'm telling you, this week has been tough. You know, we got preseason basketball rolling around shortly. You know, make sure everybody buckle up for that. We will be having everybody in tune for that. You know, the Charlotte Hornets versus the Boston Celtics. Just make sure y'all stay tuned for our breakdown coverage of that game. But we are celebrating. It's because there's so much to talk about, man, because the Hornets are in a new light. Lamelo Ball is headed into a new, entirely different situation, you know, in terms of his basketball intellect. You know, going into this year, he's going to be on another level, y'all. You know, you thought his IQ was on up there. Wait till you see now. You thought his scoring was up there. Wait till you see now. If you haven't heard Mr. Steve Clifford, he's talking very high. You know, he talking like Lamelo could go from, like I said, I told the people he averaged 15 the first year, then shot it to 20. Clifford talking about he could do this, and that. It could go to 23, 25. He talking them high numbers, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we are looking for a breakout year of LaMelo Ball, y'all. You know, a year of dominance, you know, and like I said, he's headed into a new beginning. You know, it's a new day for Charlotte. All the doom and gloom is about to be over with, y'all. We about to get into it right now. Before we do, hit that like button and most definitely hit that subscribe button. It's Flight Sports TV, all access. What's the deal, Dex? Talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest shit in the streets. Monologue stays the same. Only thing to change is names and faces. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to the chat. I can't wait to see how the chat do this flight, how they're going to embody this and encompass this throughout the stream. I think it's very important that we kind of lend our eyes over there to see what's cracking, and maybe some good shit might pop up, and we might can pick up from that.
Right. I think there's no other reason. You know, I think the chat definitely gonna dictate the pace like always. Like I said, Dave is very upset. We're gonna get to some of your statements in a second. Dave. Marquez, what's good, Marquez? I see you in here early. What's going on with you?
Doing good, all is well. Living life, being healthy.
That's right.
You know,
well,
I can't really complain that much. And
we appreciate you. You missed a live yesterday. I think you came in the chat late. So we appreciate you for coming through early. You know, shout out to y'all. Listen, you know, Liangelo Ball, if you noticed, you know, the Hornets put out, how their training camp is situating. They got the guards, the forwards, the bigs, things of that nature. I mean, pardon me, the wings. Liangelo Ball was labeled as a guard. Definitely with Lamelo Ball. I do believe we will see the Ball brothers in the backcourt together. I don't think you signed Liangelo Ball not for him not to take the floor with Lamelo Ball. I think the world is about to see something that we've all known. We've been trying to tell people, but they have selective amnesia, unfortunately. But better days are coming. If you're a Charlotte Hornets fan, I know you're electrified right now. I heard the ticket prices then shot up. This is big business, y'all. Anything you talking big baller brand, when you talking Lonzo Ball, LaMelo Ball, Liangelo, this is big business, and you're about to see the impact firsthand. With two of the three together in Charlotte. This is going to be a wonderful 1-2 punch. We were so caught up in all of the acquisitions that need to be made. LeVar Ball was stating all summer long, he told Philly, he told this team, he told that team. I think we're going to come around full circle shortly, and it's going to be a lot of sad dogs and puppy dog faces. I'm telling you, I got a feeling that LeVar Ball going to get the last laugh at this all in the end, especially, dealing with Liangelo Ball, because this is unfortunate that it took this long. I know that he's about to punch his ticket. Don't be surprised if he electrifies on Sunday or even in the preseason in general, because I believe the starters are not going to play, as much as you may think. They might play a little bit more maybe at the tail end of the preseason or something, but I don't think they're going to play much, and definitely not, too high contact. But if you're the Charlotte Hornets, man, you can't take no prisoners. Like I said, I like the atmosphere that Liangelo Ball is entering, in his first time really, in the training camp with the Hornets. The atmosphere looks very conducive for him. Is perfect. And I like how they're not making this a saga, because Liangelo Ball is a household name, y'all. This man easily overshadows the Oubres, the McDaniels, the even PJ Washingtons of the world. These people, I mean, I'm telling you, so I like how they are kind of, believe it or not, they kind of, this business as usual. They're not overly pushing this signing. He's one of the guys. And I think that's something that Liangelo Ball wants to be. He wants to be one of the guys. I'm not sure if he wants to just, cause, just mayhem, off his signing, as some people may have thought. The Charlotte Hornets are ready for business, and Liangelo Ball is about to do business. We're about to get into it, man. Dex, what's some of your statements on some of the things that I just stated? What's some of your thoughts? Any outlines or maybe get your opinion here?
Yeah, well, basically, I just think LaMelo Ball is very elated right now, and Lonzo Ball just got out of his surgery successfully. Now he's relieved, and so some of that depression kind of dissipated, because it was just awful for him to enter this season have to be cut on. But the man of the day, Liangelo Ball, he is dead focused. I mean, Ballfax just dropped a video showing Liangelo Ball in practice. Mason Plumlee patted him on the back, congratulating him to be amongst that tier of NBA players in a Charlotte Hornet uniform. So that's good that he's getting acceptance from team members, and that people's not just side-eyeing him in that way. And it also displays that the team seemed to be already willing to allow LaMelo Ball to do his thing, as he has the keys to the franchise, as we humbly predicted that he would, as we humbly predicted that he'd get his number, and as we humbly predicted that Liangelo would join him as a Charlotte Hornet, not Greensboro Swarm. LaMelo coming down, playing, practice, rehabbing, things of that nature. Liangelo has taken that step up, and he, as Ballfax has reiterated, as we already know, that he is dead bang focused on maintaining his roster slot on the Charlotte Hornets and hopefully moving up the depth charts instead of being in the bottom tier of the depth charts. He would probably want to be mid tier in the depth charts and ultimately someday be a starter. That would be a definitely dream come true. So I just say it's a glorious moment amongst these ball boys. Oh, excuse me, these ball brothers who are young men striving to overcome odds and obstacles and become a shining example of what it is to fight for your dreams to come true and to actually live in the moment.
Oh, what's good, Marvin?
Marvin,
Shout
what's
out,
good,
man.
man?
Shout out my guy
Shout out to
Marvin.
the chat. Shout out to the chat, to the panel. Shout out to the chat, man. Hungry Ham, James, Dave James, Slim, everybody testing, twins, Sky, all of y'all. Shout out to everybody, man. First, before I get started, I want to say great show last night, man. I watched that whole damn show. Y'all was rocking last night, partners. I want to say
Me
that.
too.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, from Rave
Were
to
you on the
everybody,
panel?
Uncle Vern to everybody. Everybody props up for that.
Were you
Yeah,
here?
man. I just
Shout
stopped by
out
for a
BC.
minute.
Shout out BCW Live Wrestling.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to stop by for a minute. Yeah, because I'm gonna get that chatter voice tonight, loud and clear. And we all know what's up with this Lamelo thing and Jello thing. He finna do his thing, bubble bubble. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna listen because I want to hear the chat tonight. Because it was hell last night. I know it. Boy, y'all had hell in Harlem last night. That was a hell of a show. Man, shout out to everybody.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, man. From yesterday, when you have so many different dynamics happening at one time, I still feel like a lot of things are haven't got rectified. FYF, he still hasn't, spoke properly. I felt like he's holding on to a thread, but time's ticking. We ain't got much longer, and I believe that Liangelo Ball is gonna electrify. Not too long from now. And there's a matinee game too coming up, so we ain't too far away, y'all. So everybody just need to buckle up and get ready. I don't even know even the minute situation, but I would think in the preseason would be a time where Jello would, see a lot of playing time. Definitely. In
Yeah,
the
man.
preseason for sure. He need to get himself acclimated headed into the regular season. That's why I'm hoping that they do play him. That would be unfortunate as well if, they spent time away from each other, which I hope is not the case. But everybody is going to be awaiting that. I know that's going to be like the big situation when they all take the floor, when they both take the floor at the same time. I hope
You know,
that
I was
Steve Clifford don't
I
play
was
with us.
I'm sorry, I was looking at some stuff and I didn't know that he was actually going him and Dennis Smith Jr. is battling for one of those positions. So you need to get on his grind. And I looked at a small video that Ballfax put out earlier today. Like he got it right on his mind. So hopefully he can get that going and win that job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what do you think about Dennis Smith Jr.? I mean, he bounced around. He's a
Oh,
good player. I think
yeah, but
Jello can take him.
yeah, I mean, this it's a competition. Dennis didn't had his chances, so guys didn't seen him before, so I don't know if that counts for him or against him. You know, but he got to get out there and give it his all. I believe he's gonna make it. And as far as Dennis Smith Jr., I don't know, man. Have we seen enough of him? Have anybody gave him enough of a chance? It's hard to say. He didn't have a chance to play, and he really didn't shine that much. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
gonna
what
be
shape.
rolling with a chip. I think he's an upgrade over Isaiah Thomas.
Well, that would basically just be due to basically age for one. I would
Yeah, I
say.
think that's really enough. I think that's the upgrade is there because they're not bringing IT back. From all accounts, if I'm not, nobody heard anything on him, right?
What's that? I'm sorry.
I said I don't think anybody heard about Isaiah Thomas. I don't think he's coming back.
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know where he's floating around at. I hadn't looked him up or nothing, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, yeah, the Charlotte Hornets definitely they got something going for 'em. Somebody says I don't think Dennis got a fair shake. He definitely
Yeah,
got an
I would
unfortunate
agree, man.
situation. I thought he had to stay in Dallas, but it didn't work out for him. And then he came to New York, and then he had a good little season, and then he just looked like a deer in headlights. So, I mean,
Yeah,
he ain't been the
I,
same.
I believe that New York experience kind of messed him up, man. Because
They messed up.
he,
They
he
messed
got,
up Fizdale. Fizdale should have never invested time in them dudes.
yeah.
He got him fired. He was trying to resuscitate all these guys.
Yeah, it just seemed like he never was well, he really was. He just didn't shine much in New York, and they let him know about it. And I don't know if they got to him or not. It seemed like he ain't never recovered from it.
Yeah, he's a talented player. That's one thing I want to be cognizant of this season. These are Liangelo Ball and Lamelo Ball's teammates. Obviously they're going to be competing for minutes. It's training camp. Both of them got something to prove. But I do believe that Liangelo Ball can play alongside of Dennis Smith. He can play alongside all of them. I think Jello provides a lot more of what's going on today in today's game. In terms of stretching the floor, things of that nature. Smith could do it too, but I think that Jello is a better pure shooter than Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith is like, he's an undersized guard. He's shifty. This guy could, he can attack the basket. He's a good player. I'm not discrediting Dennis Smith Jr.
No, he's decent.
I hope it works out for him in Charlotte. I truly do, because they're gonna need everything, all hands on deck, and to take a guy on like him is a good upside for Charlotte, because you don't really know what you're gonna get. For this guy could resuscitate himself. He is playing with
And
Lamelo Ball.
right, and we all you're right, and we all know LaMelo makes people better.
Yes,
So
yes. So
both
he
of
just
them
need a
should.
little. He just need a little confidence boost. And I think it'll work well for him. Because Luka wasn't really feeding them. Luka was getting triple doubles and getting his assists, but he really wasn't feeding the people that should have been fed. It's like he getting his assists. That's what I feel like he be doing. Stat pattern. But I like Luka Doncic. He's a hell of a player. One of the best players in the world, but he could be a stat pattern at times.
Yeah.
So Sky said Lonzo going to the Hornets. Lonzo Ball is fully invested, I believe, in the Chicago Bulls. But I do want to ask your question. It could be you or Marquez can answer it. What do y'all think of this new beginning with LaMelo Ball? Because he clearly has the keys. Maybe in previous years, you probably didn't know, or it wasn't really clear, but I think it's getting very, very clear right now.
Like, stop being so damn diplomatic.
Yeah.
We predicted here at Flight Sports TV, LaMelo would have the keys. Now, listen, I used a very wrong word. Excuse me. Dexter, slap the shit out of yourself. We ain't predicted nothing. We knew LaMelo Ball was going to get the keys. We was privy to be informed that when the phone call came to LaMelo Ball from Cliffy, he told LaMelo Ball, "You're my guy. You're my guy." LaMelo, oh, I hear noise in the background. What's going on? Oh, we're just putting up some shots and things of that nature. Oh, wow, congratulations. That's great. Well, it's kind of late out there. What are you doing putting up shots this late? This is club hours. This is party time. Why are you in the gym right now? Well, I'm just, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, wow, LaMelo, that is great. But like I said, I inform you that you're my guy. There's no Hayward. That 2-year experiment is over with. There's no Terry Rozier. You're my young phenom. I'm going to hold your coattail. You my stallion. That's basically what he said. And then he said, but by the way, I don't want to be really nosy until we formally introduce ourselves face to face. But who's shooting with you, Terry? Miles Bridges? PJ Washington? Who in the gym shooting with you? No, Liangelo. Oh, wow. Liangelo? Wow, that's even better. Yeah, he always be in the gym shooting. This is what we do. When we get together, that's all we do. Play full court one-on-one, shoot, play horse, and things of that nature. You know what, LaMelo? Your brother is going to be connected to you throughout your career as a Charlotte Hornet. And as my name is Cliffy, one of the good old boys, Mello, I'm going to make sure that you are comfortable and you're at ease. You're not stressing about anything. And Mello, your wish is my command. So until we have that dinner date and we meet and talk face to face and look each other in the eye and let us deal with honesty and integrity, we're going to move forward with you, LaMelo. Don't worry about anything in the management or the managerial aspect of the Charlotte. You're my guy, Mello, and I'm going to go to bat to you, and my legacy is going to be attached to yours as you journey as a Charlotte Hornet in North Kakalaki. So, Mello, get those shots up. I'm glad you're there with your brother. Until next time, your coach, Steve Clifford, a.k.a. Cliffy Mello.
I like what I'm hearing from Steve Clifford, though. I'm keep 100. Steve Clifford got my confidence until proven otherwise. I like the way he talking right now. So let's see. Hopefully, this shit come into fruition. Because like I said, he got a lot of shit he got to prove. Things ain't been all beautiful. For him. In my humble opinion. Marquez, what you think about some of these statements? Salute to everybody in the chat right now. We appreciate y'all's Flight Sports TV.
I'm gonna speak the truth and the accountability. And the truth of the matter is, Lamelo should have already been given the keys when he won Rookie of the Year. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is, Liangelo Ball is here. We know what he can do. We know he's a baller. So my message, Mike, goes out to the haters. What is the haters gonna say next? Jello can't defend. Jello can't shoot well. Melo's a stat pattern. What are they gonna say now, Frank? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know. They need to stop all this shit. It seems like it's a new thing every other day. They just cannot acknowledge the fact that Liangelo Ball is in the NBA. It truly hurts, people because, like I said, just a week ago they was just writing them off. I know that shit was like a nightmare when them notifications went out. When that shit was like, oh my God, I can't believe
Now,
this.
Frank, I'm
It's
finna name
crazy.
drop. But am I allowed to name drop?
I mean, I rather not.
We're not gonna name drop, but there's other people. We're gonna say there's certain people on this platform who I know for a fact have hatred toward LeVar, and they're putting it out into their video. I have done detective work.
This is Holly Heat of the Hot Seat with Holly Heat, and this is Flight Sports TV.
Keep going.
I have hit people up. I've done DMs. I'm not just on Flight Sports TV. I make my rounds across the YouTube landscape, and I be on the sports. I be in the sports channels and the things. And there's certain channels out there who, just off the simple fact that LeVar Ball has brought his kids this far, that they're going to hate on these boys no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. Shout out JVY Supreme. You believe it, man.
I'm telling you, Frank, we can make all the videos we want. And we're going to do that because we fight sports TV and we support the ball fans. But the haters are going to eventually look like homeless and casuals. People who don't know the game of basketball. I heard somebody 2 videos ago say Liangelo Ball is not special. He doesn't have a shooting game to begin with. His playmaking skills is atrocious. His handles don't work. Right?
I mean,
I'm sitting myself.
I'm listening.
I'm saying to myself like this: what is with this hate coming from? And then the very next thing he said is, LeVar should have never took Lamelo out of college. Should have never took Lamelo out of high school, even though Lamelo's in the league now. Right? Why
Right.
is it that when other YouTubers and FYS is a part of the problem? Why is it that some of the other YouTubers are giving Lamelo so much praise, but then shits on and craps on Liangelo? If you're gonna root for the ball brothers, you gotta root for all three. There's no pump faking,
No, it's facts.
right?
There's
No
a,
pump faking.
there's a lot of that going on.
You can't like Lamelo and Lonzo and say they're generational talents who can push the needle, and then you see Jello, who's been a bucket getter since high school, and say that he's not good enough to get into the league because of your feelings and your way of how you see the game. We gotta start taking our feelings out of it and just focus on the basketball. We gotta start building these narratives and thinking that everybody is trash because I don't want to. Oh, because that player might be better than your favorite player, so you're gonna crap on him? Are you serious?
I don't necessarily agree that if you like one ball brother, you have to cheer for the other. I'm talking about sports, but for a lot of us, we cheer because of the journey and things of that nature. A lot of us know the game within the game that they playing around with LeVar because LeVar was threw a monkey wrench in their system. They felt they had a full proof system where the pipeline from high school to college to professional, it was a lot of money grubbers that were just making money off the skin of our young men. It was almost like a slave system of some sort of what you call sharecropping, but except the kids wasn't getting anything. I mean, they made it so hard for you to make a nickel, a Canadian nickel, off your own image. I mean, come on, I'm out of school. I'm out of high school. Normally at high school, you can get a job at 15, 16 years old. They have work programs in high school for young kids for employment. But when I go to college, I can't do much. I got a stipend, and I'm stifled with my stipend, and they're so particular where I can get income, but yet you can get all the income you want. I'm talking about it got to the point where the O'Bannon brothers got the EA Sports collegiate version of the athletes' names removed from the jerseys, but they still had the image. They just only removed the name, and then eventually that came to a halt when they just took it all the way out. They were just trying to skim until they couldn't skim anymore. And when the mindset of LeVar, right? Even though the O'Bannon brothers initiate a lot of this, UCLA boys, and they're connected with LeVar right now as we speak too, is that LeVar said enough is enough. I'm not gonna talk it, I'm gonna walk it. So when you try to down my boys, I'm gonna create a league that's gonna uplift my boys. If you're gonna try to isolate and ostracize my boys from the U.S. market and rankings, I'll pull them out and take them overseas. So that kind of adulation LeVar had for his kids and defiance, according to mainstream media, that LeVar had for the system, it wasn't defiant. He wasn't being defiant. He was saying, you're not going to control the destiny of my boys. That's all it was. And I got the loot. I got a bag. And I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen. So we know that Liangelo derailed some aspect of his career, right? And him and Lamelo was attached at the hip through an arduous journey overseas in Lithuania, right? But while they was over there, it was being facilitated financially.
Yeah. God.
to his brother, Lonzo. So all of them had a sacrificial journey. Even though Lonzo was over at the Lakers, even he had his rookie contract, he was still sacrificing and making sure his brothers met and overcome all obstacles that was in their path and become professional basketball players. That's what we have to realize. In the system is unapologetic. And this is why Liangelo had to go to the back of the line. We've been saying this for the last year and a half. He had to go to the back of the line. Every aspect of Liangelo's journey coming into the Charlotte Hornets fold, as it unfurled, Liangelo has always been at the back of the line. Yes or no? Draft, Summer
That's a
League,
fact. But that's not
and
the issue, though.
G League.
That's fine.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Now, he's on the Charlotte Hornets as a non-guaranteed contract. That's still like an aspect of the back of the line.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why LeVar fortified their mentality, right? Because he knew the world's not going to be kind. He knew he had to share with his boys this critical information that either you work hard now while you're young and kind of rest later, or you want to rest now and work hard later when a lot of your good years are past you. And they chose to work hard now. And this is why Cliffy could not understand, guys, how LaMelo Ball was being treated under the regime of Mikey, Buddy, Mitty, and James Borrego.
Right.
He couldn't understand that. Even looking from afar, it doesn't appeal to anybody to treat such a young phenomenon in a way where he has to continually prove himself. No, what he has to prove? Nothing. Oh, you know what LaMelo has to prove? Only thing he has to prove is to himself, because he is so self-motivated. He don't need no micromanagement. He listen, people say he's wild and nilly, but when it comes to business, LeVar always was in his chest about staying fucking focused. Keep the overall goal as the forefront. That's the eye of the prize. Is all of you guys play together. But if that don't happen soon, then at least all of you get into the NBA and prepare for that. And you know what the definition of success is? Well, not the definition, the equation of success. I'll take that back. The equation of success. Because you really no definition for success, because every man or woman unto themselves have their version of success within their life. And you can't tell them otherwise, because that's their life. The equation of success. The equation of success that's never changed throughout the annals of history since mankind been walking on this blue marble is preparation meets opportunity. If you prepare and then an opportunity comes, most likely you're going to be successful. It's not like it just happened chance. It's just not like it's serendipity. It's not like it's your faith, it's your destiny. No, you are prepared. You are prepared. And then when opportunity comes, you walk right into that opportunity with your head up and chest out, because you know you prepared for the moment. That's what success is from an equation aspect. Yes, sir, Flight.
No, I'm with you. I want to shout out my bro Dante VSAR in the building, man. You already know what it is, man.
Shout out to Dante. Long time no see.
Yeah, the return is coming. You already know, man. We got your seat here waiting. You know, we can't wait to see that amazing content you push out. We got the Lonzo Bull podcast. We're waiting to up that. We waiting on the king to return. It's Flight Sports TV. Man, Dex was just laying down the shit, man, for real, because LeVar Ball, man, he just need homage paid, period, because he tried to tell us a lot of things, it went over a lot of people's heads, bottom line is, like I said, LaMelo Ball and Liangelo is about to show the world what the hell everybody's been talking about, and I believe Steve Clifford is going to facilitate this and make it happen. These things ain't happening for no reason. I tried to tell people it was always a plan in place. I think people just thought these things just going on for no fucking reason, but it's a method to the madness, and we're seeing it firsthand. So anybody thinks that something drastically is, no, it's not. Liangelo Ball is doing a lot of things with the Charlotte Hornets. Trust me. He's a Hornet, man. This is LaMelo Ball's franchise. And just like LeVar said, echo in LeVar's statements, we got to stop acting like this ain't never been done before. Seriously. And not only that, Liangelo Ball is about to wild out. It's so much to talk about with Jello, man. I'm telling y'all.
Exactly. See, right. One thing is, it's always said, try your best when you make your first impression, right? You want your first impression to be a lasting imprint in somebody else's mind, for the simple fact is that as human beings, we all have some aspect of a liaison attached to us based on the frequency that we meet people, the level of frequency that we meet people. So that's why you always want to make your first impression your best impression. You don't want to have to come back and clean that up, because some people might not be open-minded to it. But Cliffy, he didn't have a good impression upon Mitty, because Mitty already knew. See, one thing about business, let me say this about business. When you're a business person and you're outside of soloism, and you have checks to sign. I don't care if you have 3 checks to sign. That's more than somebody don't have no checks to sign. So that means you have to be responsible to make sure that you garner enough income to spread out to 3 different people, so their livelihood can be a little more comfortable amongst them and their family, if they have family. So in business and hiring, when you hire somebody, you're actually guessing. When I hire you, I'm guessing. Regardless of what your resume say, I'm guessing that you're going to be the right person for the job. But when you fire somebody, you know that wasn't the right person for the job. When you hire, you guess. When you fire, you know. So for Cliffy to be fired and rehired, something was said, something was done. Even though we know Kenny Atkinson bailed on Michael and Mitty, he bailed on him. He felt that the grass was greener where he was, and that the horizon was more clearer. He could see his path as a legendary coach on that side of the Pacific. But regardless of the emergency hire of Cliffy, this is what I want y'all to understand about white folks. Regardless of the emergency hire of Cliffy, he went in there pounding. What the fuck are you guys going to do with Melo? Are you going to allow me free reigns on LaMelo? And I promise you, I won't fail. I promise you, I won't fail. He's pounding the pine table, and Michael Jordan pins are just jumping all over the place out of that golden cup.
Oh,
Give me LaMelo and get out of my way. I don't care who you draft. Just give me LaMelo and get out of my way. I guarantee you I won't screw this up. And I'm going to talk to LaMelo, and I'm going to get it out of him that he's going to be 100% committed to the process of the Charlotte Hornets being formidable once again. But stay out of my way. You guys do the managerial. You do the draft. Just stay out of my fucking way. This is how Cliffy talk. Don't get in my way. Let me do my job. If you're going to hire me, let me do my job. And I won't interfere with your job. Give me that 90-foot parquet floor to operate in. And I guarantee you, you're going to see something special. And leave Lamelo LaFran's ball alone. I got this.
That's
And you know what they told him? Okay, it's all yours. And you know what he told LaMelo? LaMelo, I went to bat for you, young man. I believe in you. I know there's something special about you. I cannot put my finger on it, but I feel the vibe. And not only do I feel the vibe, Melo, I'm putting everything that I know about basketball on the line for you. Don't screw it up. Stay focused. Keep it in the gym. When I called you on the telephone, you was in the gym. That was spectacular within itself for a 20-year-old man to be in the gym at that time of night. And of course, you was coupled and shadowed by your brother. But LaMelo Ball, you're my guy. Nobody else. You're my guy. And they know it. Don't screw it up. Of course he's not going to screw it up, but this is how, Cliffy talking. Don't screw it up, Mel. I put everything on the line right here. My career, everything I know about basketball. I trust you, LaMelo.
This is not much, but
Who's that? Calfani? What's good?
What's good? Flight Sports TV, what's good, bro? Yeah, I mean, I agree with everything Dexter saying. I've been following the Ball brothers since 2015. And one thing I can say about these Ball brothers that they work hard, they dedicated, and the definition of success to me is sacrifice, because in order to be good, you gotta sacrifice. You gotta put the extra time in the gym, because I know personally, because I played the game of basketball. I wasn't always the biggest guy in the court. I'm 5'11", so I stayed in the gym, because I even had guys that was 6'5", 6'6", wanted to try to beat me down, but I stayed in the gym because I dedicated extra time in the weight room and work on all aspects of my game. I always came out on top. So that's what these guys doing, man. They I hate the old media, the way they try to don't discredit these guys, because they on track. They got a good father around that, a good support system. They can't stand to see a black man that's changing the game, the way they do things compared to the old ways. You know what I'm saying? So and for me, I think that's fantastic to see. I wish I had that support when I was coming up, because I probably could have made it to the league. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, that's good to see.
No, that's facts. What was your initial thoughts when you heard of the Liangelo Ball signing? What was your thoughts?
I know I missed a laugh yesterday. Yeah, I found out yesterday, man, but I came a little bit too late. But I think that sign it should be good. I think that's because they need it. Because I say, well, this Liangelo chance, since it don't look like they're gonna have Miles Bridges back, so they're definitely, and I think Liangelo is deserving of that, man. He put the time in, he put the work ethic in, man. I think his work ethic being overlooked, because of what the media portray him to be, but which is not factual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another thing is that you got two, right? You got two individuals, LeVar and Liangelo, right?
Yep.
Both of those individuals, to some degree, the oligarchs, the gatekeepers, felt they upset the apple cart. And the oligarchs or the board of governors, those type of billionaire type mindsets, they don't like change except if they dictate the change.
Exactly.
They don't want to be forced to change or rush to change. That's not how they accumulate their wealth. They accumulate their wealth with aim and purpose and time. And when you got LeVar Ball, having leagues and thinking and making and displaying that and having other people thinking that, hey man, this is possible. We can have a league. Now it might not happen right away, but it could be someone 10 years from now that really goes all in on it and challenge
Right.
the NBA and have an opposite professional league like the ABA or things of that nature. We don't know. I don't know who it is or whatever. But
Right.
putting that in the mind of someone and seeing that it can develop two professional players. You hear what I just said?
Yep.
That league developed, as we know, two professional players in the NBA. Now, it produced more professional players, but a lot of them went overseas. A lot of them went up north to Canada. Some went to Mexico to play. Listen, Keezo Brown is in Mexico right now playing ball, professional
Right.
basketball, getting paid. We've seen Curtis Hollins in Italy and in Germany and other aspects of the world playing. And then we saw the other African. I can't think of his name, though. I think he played on the Seattle team. I think he played with either Seattle or Houston. I think he played on the Houston Ballers. Him playing overseas in Paraguay and all that type of stuff.
Right.
So that league did produce professional players. But the height of that professionalism will be in the NBA, and we got two, and they happen to be brothers that came out of the JBA.
That's right.
So you can't besmirch, you can't belittle what LeVar did in 1 year with a league, whether it was financially profitable or not. He produced two NBA players out of that league.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's big facts. We got a new guy in the building. The Cut 2009. What's going on, bro?
What up, though?
Yo, this your first time being on the channel?
First time speaking on the channel.
How long you been rocking with Flight Sports TV?
Been rocking with y'all for at least the past year or so.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate you for tuning in, man. You know, I just want to let you know that, man. Where you from?
Calling from Detroit.
Yo, shout out Detroit, man. There's a lot
Detroit
of good
versus
news in
everybody.
Detroit, well, a shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, so what's going on, bro? Let's talk basketball. What's your thoughts, man?
So I was a season ticket holder with the Pistons, and I was excited when they first drafted and picked them up. But that was just a media ploy. It was a lot of people working behind the scenes, like Jalen Rose and got Jermaine Jackson here from the Pistons off the ball. I actually got rid of my season tickets after that because I'm like, y'all not trying to win.
Right.
These Ball brothers have been, as Stephen A. like to say, box office fans turn out. I remember when I bought a Triple B hat and hoodie when LeVar first came on the scene. And I can tell you, everywhere I wore that hat and hoodie, I always received. People was looking like I had something that was rare. Man, where you get big baller? You know, I always got a lot of love, but of course, the media on LeVar when they seen that they couldn't control this brother who had a vision for his family. He had a vision for his son. He stayed steadfast. When we talk about those of us who Christian, Hebrews 11:1, faith is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen. This brother raised three awesome young men that are now in the NBA. He got 3 ball jerseys that he can hang on his wall, and they didn't go to the league because they having to say that say their family, like he said.
That nigga got to be the proudest father in the world.
Shout out my guy Diamond. What's good, Diamond?
Her gang.
Where you calling from, bro?
I'm calling from Hempstead.
You already know. Shout out to the staff. I lie. Talk to the people, man. Talk to us, man.
Yo, man, I got intake on this, man. My boy Flight, man, he always believed in them boys, regardless. I know off rip, this nigga is a fucking Alonzo fan to death.
No, that's facts.
You
Like I
can't
said,
say nothing bad about him, bro. I'm starting to see little bro taking over though, Fred. I mean, Flight. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, like I said, that it can't really take over, man. They're all together, but I understand where you're coming from. Lamelo Ball is definitely, stepping into a
But I feel
a
like you
different round.
still.
But once Lonzo touched down healthy again, you're gonna see what's up. But to be honest with you, it's a friendly competition, like between the fans. You know how people do.
I mean, I ain't gonna front. It's not competition between Jello and Lamelo. It's competition with Zoto because nigga, he's on a different team.
I mean, yeah. Let's see what the Hornets do to see what they
sibling rivalry.
I ain't gonna front though.
Yeah.
What's the nigga name? Rosen. Yeah, he's gonna go crazy with Zoe. I ain't gonna lie though, bro.
DeRozan.
Yeah, DeRozan is gonna go crazy with them two together. Them niggas must.
Yeah, shit is great.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro. You could be brothers on the same team now, bro.
Yeah, the shit ain't. Yeah, it's been done before, man.
Oh, word.
Yeah, this shit. Yeah, they do this shit all the time, man. This ain't the first time around.
Yeah, but I seen some shit. I'm seeing a couple critics because I'll be on my YouTube shit. Because as soon as I turn on my TV, YouTube is already open. So I seen some shit where it said Lamelo said hopefully the nigga stays because they might not keep him type shit.
Well, no, that's not. I mean, he said that, but I don't think that's what he meant. That goes back to the point I said earlier in the show. I like how they doing the thing with Jello. They're not making it seem like this Michael Jackson who just joined the roster, because this could easily get to that point. This is the kind of superstar we're dealing with. Jello is an international and domestic superstar. You understand?
Word?
Well, yes, word. So I like how they kind of downplaying it by making comments like that.
I ain't gonna front Flight. If Jello come in wilding, he might be the face of it because of his image, bro. He's
him and listen, the Ball brothers gonna be the face of the whole Charlotte Hornets. That's what's gonna happen. When Jello go in there, when he do it, ain't if. When he go there and do what he gotta do, the Lamelo and Jello is just gonna wreak havoc over the whole organization. That's what's gonna happen.
I'm crying.
That's what's gonna happen.
He looks like he's still a little rusty to me. He's still missing a lot of shit and all that. I seen him playing this shit. He still be missing shit and all that, but he probably gonna work on it.
Yeah, Jello gonna be good, man.
You knew he was gonna be in the NBA, right?
Of course. I mean, we've been preaching that shit for years now, especially recently.
For years?
Oh yeah, for years, man.
Niggas was saying he went hard with the summer league shit and all that.
Yeah, he went hard in the summer league. He went hard in the Drew League too. There's a Drew League out here in Cali.
Yeah.
That he was doing.
Yo, he be catching alley oops and all types of shit.
Nah. he could dunk. I mean, like I said, you just stay tuned. And like I said, just keep rocking with us, man. We're gonna
Dami's right. Dami's right. He can catch them oops.
Yeah, this Sunday is a preseason game. So like I said, you'll be able to tune in. I don't know. It's preseason, so it's hard. I don't want
some shit where it says Zoe jealous and all types of shit.
No, you might have read some clickbait.
Or probably was. I don't know if it was clickbait or not, but I don't know. Yeah. He said, nigga, I don't know. You never know. It'd be secret envy, man.
Hey, Flight, let me jump in here. One of the things, even though we know Zoe signed his extension, with this NBA and the way we see these contracts go, who's to say he's actually going to finish out in Chicago? So he can easily end up in Charlotte some type of way, which has been that dream.
Nah. I don't think they're going to put three brothers on the team.
I mean, we don't know, but when you think, remember, LeVar said this a couple of years ago, when all three of my boys is in the league, y'all gonna see the ball Arab again. The mere fact that what's trending on social media right now, I mean, I've already bought tickets for the game in November when they play the Nets, because I'm going to Charlotte this year.
Oh shit.
So I'm already going to that game, and of course I'm gonna catch a Chicago game, and hopefully Zoe will be back. But
Yo,
I'm already going. I went to
them
LA last
mellows,
year.
them mellows look alright. I ain't gonna front. Flight on the feet, on the foot. Them Lamelos look. Them
Tommy,
shits sick.
grab a pair. You rich? Grab a pair.
Nah, but I don't play basketball, so
You don't have to play. You wear Jordan.
You're a swaggerific dude. You got pause. You
no.
just gotta
Hell no, I'm not buying no fucking Lamelos, nigga.
Nah, like I said, you can still wear them casually. They're not just basketball shoes.
Yeah, but me, I don't wear Pumas at all. Like I would never. I'm not gonna switch my lifetime swag up for a basketball player because I never wear Puma in general.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why Lamelo is completely taking over Puma. It's like
he's rare, one of one.
Yeah, that they're gonna change that thought process.
Yeah.
Because nobody looked at Puma as a shoe. They just got popping with the basketball sneakers anyway. Like not too long ago, they wasn't doing basketball.
Right. Hey, Flight, and think about this. Puma. Well, we may be a Nike country, if you will, and Converse back in the day, but Puma and Reebok and them, those are international brands. So before the Nike and all that stuff, a lot of folks was rocking them Puma. So I see why Puma went after Melo. That was a perfect ploy.
Puma and Adidas are brothers, right?
No, I don't know about that. Yeah, this Dami would know. That's not true
at all, nigga.
Who is it? Who's a brother of Puma? And they split up because they had a family discord, and he started his own shoe. It's the Puma and Adidas. It was a family, and one.
It's Nike and Adidas.
Nike and Adidas.
Yeah.
Oh, they ain't Nike. Nike was still.
Yeah, it's still Nike.
Yeah, Nike.
Puma and Adidas are German shoes, man.
Was it Nike and Converse?
No.
It was two of them, though.
No,
I'm telling you, it was Puma and Adidas. They was brothers, and they had a family dispute.
Remember, Converse was dominating the game because remember, Converse had the same shoe.
Yo, how's Lamelo so rich, bro? I don't understand how he's so bro. The shit that he does, I see a lot of basketball players not doing, bro.
He's a money magnet.
Like this nigga been doing this shit since high school.
Yo, bro, this nigga is changing his he'll literally go to the fucking body shop and change the color of his car just to match his fit.
That's crazy swag.
Oh yeah, that's a wrap.
I didn't know he had that much bread, bro.
Oh yeah, this dude was a millionaire back in high school.
How?
What you mean how?
First of all, brothers, them triple people want to discredit. Triple B made some money with no overhead, no middleman, because everywhere they set up a pop-up shop, they always sold out. Every time.
They setting up another one.
Yeah. LeVar changed.
Yo, who got the most money? Who got the most money out of all of them?
I mean, that's a family. It's a family brand anyway. I mean, at the end of the day.
Word.
Yeah,
bro, don't tell me that, bro, because every individual has a salary, bro.
Well, I mean, to be Lonzo making the most NBA salary.
Right.
Keyword NBA salary. Melo got some endorsement opportunities.
LaMelo's doing more numbers than him right now.
No, because you don't understand the contracts in the NBA. That's a whole nother conversation. Just keep listening. It's a rookie deal. You don't get your money right away. Yeah. That's a whole nother conversation. We're gonna be talking for about an hour on that. We got
that
my man
is backing out all types of chains.
Yeah, he got all of that. Cars, everything. Yo, Phonics was good.
Oh, shout out to Quiz.
Yo, shout out
to Quiz, my brother.
My man Phonics is in here. Quiz.
Yo, why they wearing
CWE, Jay Schmitty.
Why they wearing number 6?
You already know Josh Jackson's in the house.
Who wearing number 6?
Shout out to Phonics.
6 on their jersey.
Thunder.
No, it's not number 6. That's 18.
Oh, boy, I just saw Sky.
Oh. Oh, word. That's the brand of the. That's the
No,
brand.
no, that's just the number he's gonna have right now because the numbers that he used to have.
Oh, Flight, the 6. The 6 that's on top of his Jordan symbol, bro.
Oh, and that's gotta be some memorable shit. I don't know what the hell that is. I'm not even sure what the hell that is.
Nah,
Everybody's having that.
I googled it. They don't know.
I ain't talking about what nobody else said. This is like shit that I saw for myself.
Hey, Flight, I got a question for you, Flight.
Yeah, what's going on?
So I was looking at it from this perspective. Do you think that because Melo, could leave after this rookie year, not, giving him the full superstar treatment, giving his brother a shot, who's obviously gonna bring some seats, bring some fans like we all up right now talking about the Ball brothers. Do you think that part of this was done to also help secure him for the future?
I know where you're going with this. I think it'd be foolish not to say yes on that one. I mean, in some form or fashion, I think this was a basketball signing. Let's be real. The Hornets had a shitty offseason, in terms of, they were the fans, people were gonna be upset. They were rolling in the media day. I tell you what, man, it was a different, atmosphere around Charlotte, after the signing of Liangelo. People could walk through the facility. You see a lot of smiles. You see a lot going on.
What part of the suburb?
Yeah, so that's just the honest to God truth on that one. That was a good question, though. I think you have to think that Lamelo Ball has to get secured at the end of the day. They cannot let Lamelo walk out the door. And I think if they screw Jello around, I think that you could be opening up that door. But I don't think that's gonna be the case because now you directly with Lamelo Ball. See, it's different. You over there in Greensboro, he in Charlotte. I mean, this dude this is not the starting small forward. This is the starting point guard. So this dude is dictating who gonna eat. So if he on the floor, you think he just gonna freeze Jello out? Not to say he gonna be hunting him down every single time, because that's another thing I'm pretty sure the organization is gonna be monitoring. And that's why I think that I'm just thinking what they would be thinking. But Lamelo Ball they've been playing together for years.
Jello and Zoe, they look alike. OD, bro.
Yeah, well, like I said, so they're all brothers, man.
Nah. I ain't gonna front. Lamelo look a little different than him.
They don't like feet.
Nah, you're right on that one, man.
Yeah, Lamelo look a little different than him. I'm telling you.
Hey, Flight. We ain't talked about Charlotte this much, man, since Grandma.
Well, like I said, Charlotte is a team like they're gonna be all right, man. I think they're gonna be okay. I mean, when you listen, and sooner or later, you're gonna hear these organizations come out and say, "Oh,
no.
Hold on, Diamond. What you about to say?
For me?
Yeah.
No, I was about to
Ball
say.
Facts is in the building.
Shout out
Ball Facts. Oh man. Oh.
I was about to say, I like how y'all all shitting on John Morant, and he made it. He was.
There you go.
Bro.
Exactly. They're gonna find He's gonna find him every time he open. So that's what I'm saying. He's a star. We're gonna get to John Morant in a second, but my man, Lamelo is definitely gonna do that. Like I said, he's the starting point guard. There's no more Jalen Crutcher. Hopefully he can pass him the ball this time around. And trust me, the NBA is a lot more different compared to the basketball we were seeing in Greensboro. Because that shit was just crazy. I mean, I don't know if anybody was. It was hard to watch. I'm kind of happy that Jello could kind of skip that a little bit.
It was stupidity in motion.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
It was tough to really get through.
Exactly. I couldn't stand it my damn self.
So I got my TV turned down, but you got your shit loud as hell while you talking to me and shit. That's why.
Let's do arguing with wifey. He tweaking. We got Purple Baby. What's good?
Hello.
Hello, what's going on, Purple Baby? Shout out to you. What's your thoughts on this situation, man? We got a lot of shit to talk about. All things Triple B's. Let's talk.
First of all, how much minutes do y'all expect him to get in the preseason?
Well, that's why I said I'm kind of slow footed on the preseason because it's gonna be tough. I don't want to really go too crazy about preseason because I done said this before. I don't want nobody to get too high, too low in the preseason because we shouldn't do that in any sport. You know, it's preseason, so you might see a guy getting absolutely no minutes. You might see a guy put up 30. You know, and then never put up 5, you know, in the regular season. So I'm just like, everybody need to pump the brakes on preseason. So whether Jello go out there and drop 50, you know, or, you know, I'm not even gonna put nothing like that in the atmosphere. If things don't go the way, you know, people may like, you know, I'm not gonna get too high or too low. That'll be for everybody else to gauge how they want to. I'm not
I'm
gonna go
just
crazy over the
asking because
preseason.
I
I'm saying
realize
this,
he
like,
gonna be playing the
Go
two
ahead, go
Slippy,
ahead.
or maybe the 3. But as far
I'm
as
not
the
gonna
two guard
go ahead.
goes, you got Book Knight, you got Rozier, and you got
Yeah. He
Martin,
got it
and
right.
then the
And he
3
got
you got
chemistry with
Martin,
all of and he
Hayward,
got
and
chemistry with all of them.
Oubre. So I don't like. I think he's just gonna be on the bench.
Hey, I'm taking Jello over every last one of them.
Yeah, me too. I mean, people very high on Book Night,
Jello
you
gonna get
know.
some good minutes in preseason, I believe. I don't think the starters, especially Gordon Hayward, I don't think they're gonna play that much preseason. Now Terry might be the only starter in preseason, probably get the most minutes out of the starters. Maybe little PJ Washington, but Lamelo and Gordon Hayward, I don't think they're gonna play much preseason. I don't think Miles Mason Plumlee is going to play much preseason. I think they're going to give the preseason to the onlookers, not so much the doers. You follow what I'm saying? Because these guys have been getting injured throughout the season, and they want to make sure these guys are durable for the duration of the season. So Melo, Plumlee, and Gordon Hayward probably won't get much minutes throughout the preseason. Maybe some first quarter minutes, then maybe some first quarter halftime minutes, and then after that, they probably just sprinkle it in and just let the other guys play for those final roster spots.
Right.
But
In the
respectfully,
words
Dex,
of
what?
ball fans, let the sniper snipe.
Facts. Let the
Okay,
snap,
but
snap. What's gonna happen?
Dex, what other guys? Like, what other guys are they going? Because they need to find out who's going to be relieving Lamelo, you know, for point guard minutes,
Oh,
just in
Dennis
case he
Smith's
get in.
gonna get wrecked. Yes, Dennis Smith gonna get wrecked. Book Knight gonna get wrecked. Those guys gonna get wrecked. Even some Jalen Crutcher gonna get wrecked. And you know some of the second tier team. You know the what is it? The gray team and the red team. Those are the two like kind of like bottom tier teams amongst the Charlotte Hornets. How they split them up. And I think a lot of them is going to get a lot of rest. I just don't see LaMelo Ball doing a whole lot during preseason, and I definitely
And
don't see Gordon Hayward doing a whole lot during preseason.
well, I know that, but you know that's a new coach, and I don't. If you watched what's his name's press conference, he said that he's still keeping 50% of the old playbook, but he got 50% of the stuff he want to do. So I think we will see the starters play a lot just on behalf of him implementing his 50% of his plays whatever they are in philosophy.
Well,
Wow.
okay, we'll see, but like I say, most teams like that, the Charlotte Hornets, where they already know who their starters are, it's really not that much necessary. They need to get a whole bunch of minutes in preseason because a lot of these guys are coming back and they've been playing together for the last 3 years. So how much chemistry do they need?
It's not about the chemistry. It's about the playbook that they're gonna have to practice in actual games against other teams.
I think you
Why
put too
would
much
you
emphasis
run?
on the playbook. I don't really believe most NBA teams actually just dive into their playbook for possession per possession. I know the playbook is decent for situational basketball, but most of these guys run up and down the court. They're not looking at a playbook. It's
Okay,
pick and
Dex. I'm
roll.
just telling you what he just said when they
I
asked
understand
him.
that. You got to let him know that he's a coach. But most teams, I mean, I've been to so many NBA games, and these guys not running no playbook.
No, they're not. The offensive, the point
Oh,
guard is running the goddamn playbook.
okay. I'm just saying I don't see him getting hardly any minutes in the preseason.
It'd be like a free flowing offense to me.
Yeah, it's
Even still,
recreation.
Yeah, pick
Run
and
up and
roll
down the
heavy.
court,
Pick and
pick up
roll
your
heavy.
stamina, play some defense. You know what I'm saying? And mainly be structural. See, that's what the preseason is basically about. Being structural. You know what I'm saying? Get to your spots. Don't do things you normally don't do. Don't do things that you're not going to ever do in the game. You follow what I'm saying? Stay. That's what practice for. You do that in practice. But when it comes to the preseason, you want to show that whatever your top tier premium performance is, you want to continue to display that throughout the course of the game so you can be recognized and kept on a team. No, it's
Guys
not no
don't
time to
guys don't
experiment.
usually go hard though in the preseason.
Yeah, it's no
Like
time to experiment really, unless you fix. If you a fixed station on the team, you can do that. Like Gordon Hayward, Terrors here, they can do some experimenting and things that nature. But the other guys, they can't really experiment like that because they don't have the time to take that chance. They get that opportunity, whatever their premium skill set is, that's where they're going to manifest continuously as that clock tick. They ain't got time to do no experimental. Let me add this to it. Let me add that because that might be your downfall.
but
Sure,
Dex,
facts.
respectfully, didn't the Lakers play LeBron and them and Westbrook together in the preseason until like what the third game or whatever it was?
Well, what the Lakers situation was, Westbrook was a integral part to insert into that offense, and that was also bringing back basically a whole new team. Whereas the Hornets, if you want to compare that, the Hornets still have their core. You follow what I'm saying? Now, absent Miles Bridges, but outside of that, they still have their core. The Jalen McDaniels are still there. The JT Thors, the Gordon Hayward, Terry Rozier, PJ Washington, Miles Plumlee, Kelly Oubre, they still got their core that they played with. Where the
But with
Lakers, they were introducing a whole new team with a whole new scheme.
but with their core, you understand that Book Knight from all fronts, it looks like he's going to get valuable minutes this year.
And he
You
deserved it.
know that,
It's
And he
and
deserved.
then
deserves it.
PJ. Then they was talking about PJ having to pick up the load of Miles Bridges and everything. I just don't understand how he's gonna play. And I would assume because Cody got paid, Cody's gonna be, out there too. Because they need somebody to run that backup point. And whether that's Rozier or Book Knight or well, he said
Or
Martin
Smith,
won't be
or
running
Smith.
it.
But y'all fail to realize that Liangelo Ball got defense. It is overlooked. If they put him in there, that's what they're gonna need too. Also, because them guys out there alone without them, I don't see no too much defense being played. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
I
like
can see that.
I'm
You about to see it.
I don't see it though. I'm gonna be honest. I just think he's gonna be on the bench.
Well, I mean, like I said, you about to. Well, that's why I'm saying you
Because
just
they
watch.
even
Like
said,
you
which I
saying,
think is disrespectful, even though I wasn't in support of the pick, but they got to put Mark Williams on the Swarm team. That's wild. And
well, he
then I
needs to
forgot about
develop. What's wrong with that?
because for all the talk that people flack that they gave Nick Richards and saying how bad he was, you telling me that you gonna bring in Nick Richards and let him get the rest of those minutes? Oh, and Kai Jones, I forgot. They
Mark
bringing in
Oh,
Williams
Kai
is not
Jones.
ready yet. Mark Williams ain't ready yet.
he's
I
still
would
a
But
work in
start
Kai
progress.
Jones
Plumlee.
ain't either. Kai Jones
Who?
ain't either.
Yeah, but they
Kai
got
Jones.
Plumlee and Nick Richards going to play that to eat up
Kai
those center
Jones.
minutes.
He's readier.
Hey, all those do is a poo poo. Whoever run the floor, block shots, and get
Kai
boards
Jones.
and pass to the point guard, that's the guy that needs to start.
They always in the
Yeah,
G League. Well,
it
he ain't gonna
should
get
be.
no favoritism. Book
Hell
Knight was
no.
there. Kai Jones was there. Who else? All of them. Jello. Now it's his turn.
I'm
Shit.
just saying.
It's looking well now. It don't look like there's no craziness going on. It look like
I'm
everything
telling
is,
you,
well,
listen. I'm telling you, I'm going on the record.
Okay.
Jello's
well,
going to get some good minutes in the preseason
I
because,
believe
I
like
it
I'm
don't.
too.
telling you, those starters and some of the bench players been there for 2 and 3 years already.
But they have not
I
played
think
with
Book
each
Knight
other,
gonna get
Dex.
some
That's
minutes.
what you
He
missing.
missed the summer league. I can see Book Knight getting extended minutes.
Yes.
No, he's going to get
Yes.
minutes. Book Knight, Kai Jones, those guys going to do a lot of the running in the preseason. Watch, you'll see.
Yeah, Melo just gonna play for a snippet. He
Yeah, he's
just
going
gonna
to
be
play
just a
for a
show.
second.
Yeah, yeah,
Gordon
yeah.
Hayward going to play for a second.
Well, we know Gordon because he injury
Terry
prone. And they
Rozier might
short.
play all the game though. He might because he don't want to sit in.
He loves shooting
What's
that
the
ball.
name? Because he's injury prone. But like,
Yeah, facts. That is straight up facts. I agree.
I would definitely I would look to trade Terry at some point during the season.
Talk about mid-season, maybe by February, by All-Star break. That's what you said.
Yeah, get him up out of here. He's not a bad player. It's just not a great fit for somebody that values winning the way LaMelo Ball does. Terry Rozier is more worried about, how saucy he look with the handle. And if he can hit a difficult three-point
Terry
shot.
Rozier feel like the reason why the LaMelo Ball shoes are selling like hotcakes is because he wearing them.
For sure. He does have some sort of, I'll say, irrational confidence to where he really thinks he's a lot better than what he is, and that's not going to help the Hornets. Like, at this point, I promise you, I'll start Jello over any other piece they want to add to LaMelo's game. I need you to play well around LaMelo, and I already know number 18 will.
Facts.
So, Dex, I want to know this. Over the past couple of days after I said if Jello becomes an integral part of this offense, there'll be a 6 seed. Have you come around to potentially agreeing with me?
you crazy. You crazy.
Hey,
They are not.
no.
I don't know about that because you got to think about the Pelicans. You got to think about the Pelicans on this one, man. Because Zion is coming back, so 6 seed is kind
Pelicans
of
is in the West.
Well, still, okay.
The East is trash.
I don't know.
No, I haven't came around to that yet, Nico, and I don't think I will. Maybe if Saturn bumps into Jupiter, I might consider it. Other than that, nope.
We can't speak too soon about it. Yeah, I don't know about that.
Look, when Jello getting 28 minutes and the Hornets are a top 6 seed,
Jello
we'll be
gonna
here
get
talking
it some
about this
wreck.
again.
Jello gonna get some wreck. Mark my words for it, and come back and condemn me if I'm wrong. Jello is gonna get some wreck in this preseason.
I just believe
he's gonna get at least 10 minutes, 10, 11, 12 minutes, easy.
I think he should get 20, maybe 15, maybe get 15.
I don't know if they're gonna prioritize him like that.
When it comes
but
to
I know
Jello,
he's gonna every game he's gonna get at least 10 to 15 minutes, easy. And he's going to touch that ball. Cliffy going to make sure he touch that ball. All them old shot chuckers coming out. Cliffy ain't going to do like Cern can.
Hey, Thunder, I'm going to explain it to you real quick. So the difference is when you have a player that's working his damn hardest and he's getting all the shots, and it's not designed for him to get the shots, you're gonna start a revolution within the minds of the players around him because they're gonna want some of that burn too if they're competitors. That's what I see Jello doing for that team because Melo's not gonna personally make sure his brother get the ball. His brother just gonna already be in a position to get the ball. Once you see that's how Melo actually plays the game of basketball, you're gonna want some of that too if you really want to win. If not, then that's just a dysfunctional organization. Get most of them niggas out of there.
Fudge.
But we can't listen. We can't be irrational. I got to be the voice of reasoning here. I don't see the Charlotte Hornets being nowhere near a playoff team. Now they can scratch. They can scratch the surface of playing if
They
things
won't
break
even
their
do
way.
that, Dex. They
You
won't.
got the confidence on that?
Let me explain this real quick. Between the 3rd and like the 7th seed was a difference of like 2 to 3 games in the East. So I definitely believe they can be. I definitely believe they can be in that race. You literally had to win one. If the Hornets won 3 more games, they would have been in the race, literally. So that's the difference in the East for the bottom teams.
Well, let's put it this way: if the Hornets could win 41 games, they won't be a play-in team.
They'll be winning 35. I stand on that.
You sure about that? Hey, we gonna see
on that team.
The thing about
Look,
Liangelo is this right here. They just paid Cody Martin, right? What they paid him, like
30,
18 million?
60 minutes, whatever it was, something.
36 million.
18.
You said 36. What? How much his salary was? Say
I
that
said
again,
30
Dex.
or 60 million. 30 or 60
Million.
million. It was one of
Yeah, I
those
think you get
total.
like 15 million a year, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
hold on, I
12 to
got the
15
records for
million a
y'all
year.
right now. Look, between the 6th and the 10th seed was a difference of 3 games. The Bulls were the 6th seed with 46 wins. The Hornets were the 10th seed with 43 wins. They can get
And
the
it won't
6th
be.
seed.
No, they can't.
43 wins is not easy, Nico.
No,
Yeah,
not as
but
deep nowadays. Yeah,
it's
no,
not
no.
easy. But the Bulls at 6th seed with 46 wins. That's 3 more wins. I think Jello has enough
Then
impact to bring 3 more wins, 3 plus more wins.
I believe so too.
no, he won't.
But
Damn,
listen,
hey, what
let me
did Jello
explain
do to
something to you
you?
guys. Hey, let me
Dang, you
explain
shitting
something
on
to you
this
guys,
man.
right? Listen. Cliffy knows. Listen, Cliffy knows his legacy got to marry with Lamelo. He already knows that. That's already water under the bridge, right?
If he want to
Melo
stay
is
Right.
Cliffy
employed,
guy, right? He's his guy. He already said, "You're my guy." Not Gordon, not Terry, not PJ. You're my guy, Melo. Don't screw it up. Okay, we know that. We know that already, and we know Melo's not going to screw it up. But Cliffy just have to put emphasis on "You're my guy, and I trust you." What's going to happen is Gordon Hayward and Cody Martin. If Liangelo can put in enough work to make those two expendable, then those
Okay.
two will be expendable.
Exactly.
Because Liangelo's coming in cheap, and he's Lamelo brother. So Cody Martin gonna have to play his ass off. So he might be one of the ones who suck up a lot of minutes during the preseason because his ass is on the clock. And we already know Gordon Hayward. They try to fetch a trade for him, but nobody's really taking a bait just yet. So Gordon Hayward knows that he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and Cody Martin, they looking at him kind of side eye, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is why they wanted Jello to work on his defense, because if he works on his defense and he can play just to the heels of Cody Martin and way Liangelo shoots, Cody Martin could be down in Miami with his brother.
I doubt that.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's not what they need.
I mean, what do these teams need? They're not. I don't think a lot of places can actually get over the hump with any available players or somebody they could trade for. Most of the guys who are winning are guys that are never being traded or won't be traded until they drop off. So it'll be some small moves made throughout the season, but I do think if for the Hornets, Jello does come in and plays a prominent 3-and-D role and adds his small benefits to his play style to the team, for sure they'd be looking to trade somebody, but I don't know what they would need though. Honestly.
4.
But Boston need a good. I mean, Charlotte they need a center, a true center. When they traded Montreal,
What about a
Hill,
wing,
that's
though?
why they
Don't
fucked
Charlotte
up.
need a wing?
They won't get a wing. It's not one available.
Oh.
What my
They
sentiment is this.
they
I
out there,
kept
but
saying
they
go for Big O.
Oh, it's funny that I say that.
Trade for Onyeka Okongwu and have a good
That
That's
day.
would be
not
wonderful.
happening.
Hey, you know what, bro?
That won't
You,
happen.
Dang,
hey,
Purple Baby. Hold on 1 second. Purple
hey,
Baby shooting down everything. Purple Baby, you act like
That's
you just lost
facts.
a patient.
hey, yo, they need to pick up Bobo. Y'all sleep on Bobo. Bobo got skills. Manu Bosa, Bobo, he got skills. They should pick him up, but hey,
He needs to go to a team that will allow him to showcase his talents.
Well, wait, what team he on now? I think he's on Orlando. Yeah, that's facts. You're right about that, though. I agree.
Cole Anthony is the kind of player that he can create his own shot and get to the basket, but he's looking for a guy he can dump the ball off to and really get nasty. And I think Bobo can offer him that. I only say Onyeka Okongwu for the Hornets because they already got enough saucy guards and enough guys that can score. They need somebody committed to 3 things: boards, passing. Well, let's say 4 things: running the floor and blocking shots. That should be your only job. But they got too many centers right now. They want to be cute, dribble the ball and shit. Step back 3, Kai Jones. Nick Richards love mid-range jumpers.
Nah,
Mason Plumlee.
Charlotte is really sentimental with their draft pick. They pick somebody, they get real sentimental.
I guess they don't like winning though.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, you're right because they better study Dallas. They better study Dallas
We drafted him. We can't let him go. We drafted him.
Tracks.
I would in seconds.
And then they want to give Lamelo a hard time.
When are teams going to start really stealing the Warriors' plan?
Hey man, Charlotte gonna be. What you think? Go ahead, I'm listening.
Oh no, I was just gonna say when are teams gonna start stealing the Warriors' plan? The Phoenix Suns did it, and they were the #1 seed in the West. I don't think it's that hard to figure out. The Warriors are giving you championship basketball.
Pelicans took them the distance though, but if Zion is healthy, they're gonna beat the Suns. They're gonna beat the Suns this year. But Zion fully healthy, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna win.
I'll say this: the reason that the Pelicans can almost beat them is because the Suns are not a great team. They're running a great system, which is the Warriors system, where everybody touches the ball.
I won't technically say that. I mean, Brandon Ingram is a good part. It's a good instrumental team to that Pelicans team, and CJ McCollum, and I say a couple other guys on that team. But I guess if Zion is 100% healthy and ready to go, our Suns don't got a chance.
Well, the only reason I say that is because if the Warriors play the Pelicans, that's a 4-0 sweep.
You think so?
Easily.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna sweep them though.
They got too much real talent.
I don't know about that.
Well, shit, you just named fajitas. Goddamn, my bad.
Well,
like
Steph Curry got Klay Thompson. No, don't think that you forgetting one thing though. If Jonathan Kuminga pick it up, and you got Andrew Wiggins, that prove that he's an integral part of the team. So I don't know if that's gonna, man. That's
it's a regular restaurant.
swept. I don't know. They're gonna get swept. Yeah, they're gonna at least get one game out of the city. If they don't get 2 games, they're gonna at least get 1 game out of the deal at least.
Well, even then,
we peaceful. Then we peaceful. The recalcitrants ain't on the panel today.
I'll say this. The only real difference is when you come out with a prototype, the Suns are a prototype team. They're trying to plug in. Somebody having a good time. I'll say they're using Chris Paul like Steph Curry, and they're using Devin Booker to be a Klay Thompson. They got a Michael Bridges to be something like Draymond, somebody who's committed to defense and passing the ball. They got Ayton to be a rim protector. They easily stole the same formula. Just they don't have the X factor. And I never wanted to call Steph Curry the X factor in the finals and in the playoffs. But last year, if he can continue to play like that, he'll be the most dangerous point guard in the playoffs, which he hasn't been. But that's what the Suns
already had his court date. The next court date, I don't know when it's going to be. They probably will keep asking for an extension because he's at work. So it's a possibility that he might not have another court date till around All-Star break.
So when do you think it'll be his ability to play his first game? Or is he basically done for majority of the season?
That part, I do not know. I haven't been following that situation. Somebody put me up on game that he wasn't even on the roster.
Oh, so, damn.
Yeah, that once I heard that, I was like, oh, I kind of left that alone.
Well, at this point, PJ better step up.
If it's possible.
So who you really see filling his shoes, though?
I just think
McDaniels.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels. Yeah.
I don't think Thor gonna get any. I feel like Thor should get some playing time, but I doubt that they will.
Yeah, because Thor is a hell of a rim runner, so that's perfect for Lamelo because he can see him break off that pick and roll. Thor is real lanky and athletic, and just toss it up to the rim, and Thor's going to go get it.
Yeah, I would love to see how he plays consistently in that spot because when he plays for the Swarm, he just becomes a Kai Jones 2.0.
But to be fair, Nico, I told you they didn't just come up and started doing that stuff on their own. They told them to do that, bringing the ball and stuff up the court. You don't see no other people coming out doing that. They just doing what the coaches tell them to do.
I mean, in all honesty, we know the Swarm are a poorly coached team. I watched a lot of Swarm games, and every team they played against seemed to have an idea and a concept of move the ball and look for great shots. The Hornets, or I should say the Swarm, was probably the only team I've seen that refused to play decent basketball, and it showed in their record and in their growth. Like, I don't think any player really grew other than Jello. And the only reason I'm not to be biased, what I say that because Jello was making the right decisions whenever he had the opportunity to, whereas the majority of the players is just trying to find their own shots and be about bullshit for a season, an entire season.
Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest shit in these streets. Don't miss a moment of Flight Sports TV congregation of content creators that humbly grace our panel and share the information and knowledge that they have. Like, subscribe. Please subscribe to Flight Sports TV. It's only a benefit. Don't play yourself. Hit the notification button. We'll be right back. Yeah, go ahead, Nico. You was on to something.
I did want to touch on this because I do even today. I'm paying attention to. Oh, you know what? Before I get to my soliloquy, we got over 100 people here. Can we get the likes to at least 80? Come on now, at least.
Oh wow,
at a minimum 80.
Let's get 100 likes to him, man.
Yes.
Come on, guys, get that like button going. Come on now, don't play yourself.
We was at 71 last time I checked. Come on, let's at least hit the 80, and then we can work from 80 to something higher. But my main thing is I need for people who are on this Jello ball journey to understand that it's nothing but up from here if they're trying to do the right thing, not only by Lamelo, but to win games. I don't think the people who criticize this move and think Jello isn't going to get any PT understand that when you're playing the pace and with the mindset that two ball, it's already amazing with three, but when you have two, you already almost complete the puzzle. These two guys are always gonna make, like, you've seen tons of highlights from Lamelo throughout the entire season. Those were to guys that kind of understand how Lamelo play. Imagine what you'll see from a Lamelo ball with a guy that knows Lamelo ball spiritual prowess in basketball. It's something different when you see these guys on the court together. And if that is prevalent in their practice, it's no way that Jello isn't going to start touching the floor with Lamelo ball. And then when we get the chance to see it, we'll already get to understand from the beginning of the team understanding that this is going to be something that really takes their team over the edge, which is why I come with the 6 seed talk. If you can't win 3 more games with a player like Jello, then I don't know what to say when it comes to Charlotte.
They didn't get any better. Like,
he makes them better.
I don't think so. I disagree. This ain't Miami. They don't have a Miami type system, so, or even what's that team name? Toronto. I don't see that.
Well, the thing is, those teams are not teams that are gonna win. Those teams are always looking good and looking nice. I mean, thank God Toronto had Kawhi, right? They wouldn't have touched a championship. But the thing is, when you put 2 players together with an impact like that, most teams are ran by 2. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. Most teams are ran by 2 players, sometimes 3, and then maybe a 4th piece that just kind of makes the others better, especially the winning teams. Jello is already going to submit himself as a piece that makes them a better team based off the way he plays the game of basketball. Like, you have to see that, right? He's not coming in trying to be Terry Rozier.
Well, we don't know. Seeing is believing, though. So if we got some non-believers right now, and well, Jello gonna prove that he'll make you a believer.
And that's also the energy I have too, right? I'm not just saying that, but that's the perfect way to put it. He gonna make you a believer. I'm just letting you know, from a basketball perspective, why he gonna make you a believer. And it's all based in simple shit. I'm not gonna tell you he's just gonna keep shooting the ball and drop 15 threes or nothing crazy like that. I'm telling you just from simple basketball IQ and the way the game can run smoother with an elite point guard like LaMelo Ball, how you can change the outcome of majority games that Charlotte won. I'm gonna say lost.
Okay, let me ask this question. It's either, I mean, anybody can answer it. Do you think now that some of the fat has been trimmed off the bones of Charlotte, that they're going to be a faster team, or are they going to still be slow and somewhat methodical?
I mean, I don't, until they upgrade their small forward position and they forward, I don't see them doing much.
You mean small forward and center? That's what you see.
Small forward and power forward.
Center's
I don't think Jalen McDaniels is a 4. I think he's more of a 3. And I don't have any faith in PJ. And then Gordon.
You don't have no faith in PJ Washington? Wow.
No.
Okay.
Gordon is unathletic. He's not gonna be able to stay in front of most of the wings. Nor is his defense gonna be good. And I have no faith in Kelly Oubre. You know, he's way too inconsistent, way too unpredictable. I wouldn't count on him to do much. Like, he got the athleticism, but it's about effort.
He might surprise you though this year. You never know. He been working on his game too. He gonna surprise you. Watch out. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I think
Can I
we're
respond
worried too
to
much
Thunder
about
real
the
quick?
color of his hair.
Look, when Thunder says Nico, bro, I love Jello, but he's not enough to shoot them up 5 seeds. The difference between 5 seeds was 43 wins and 46 wins.
Exactly, I agree.
The Hornets have lost a lot of close games.
But the East is better though, Nico.
That the Nets was down there. Cleveland got better in the scoring department, not so much in the defense.
Atlanta got better.
Yeah, like they're not. I'm telling you, 35 wins. It's a blessing if they get 40. I think they getting 35.
What about the Lakers? Are we gonna count them out to this year, or because of LeBron? Is LeBron gone? Is they gonna be
Lakers in the West? Lakers in the West.
Oh yeah,
I
I keep on forgetting. You're right. Okay.
Well, I'll say this. The thing is, when you talk about a team like Cleveland, you have to see how they mesh first for you think they're just going to, shoot up to a next caliber of basketball. I
think they'll be in the play-in.
You really think that?
Yeah, because your 6, Toronto might fall out. So your 6 could be Boston.
Cleveland was in the play-in last season.
Milwaukee, Chicago, and who can be my last team? Maybe Philly. I forgot. Philadelphia.
Shit, I believe San Antonio will be playing team if you ask me.
Let me see. In the West, they had in the play-in they had Timberwolves, Pelicans, and I believe the Clippers.
Right, that's right. Yeah.
So the only thing is,
Spurs not going to the play-in either.
Yeah, it's hard to say because if we want the Lakers to do better, somebody got to get knocked out that play-in spot.
Right.
And if we think the Pelicans are better, and we think the Clippers are going to be healthy with Paul and Kawhi back, let's pray to God they stay healthy. But if they actually last an entire season, the Clippers are immediately dangerous. As much as I don't like to, big up Kawhi just because he hasn't played a lot of basketball lately, he is a deadly player. with a lot of basic ass basketball. He do a lot of simple shit and it works very well. And that's also, why I big up Jello. Simple shit works. You just have to be good at the simple shit.
Right.
And that's what I praise Jello for. He good at the simple shit. He just also happens to be talented at other things too. You know what? Every top player you see in the league is good at simple shit. And that's literally what changes the game. Somebody like, let's say, Donovan Mitchell, right? He not good at simple shit. He want to make the game difficult for himself every time he plays. And that's why he's never gotten it done. He's literally made his path to greatness
Nico,
much
what do
more
you
difficult.
think? What do you think Liangelo and Lamelo's talking about when they with each other? You think they talking about what they're going to do on the court together, or some financial stuff, or just being players?
I think it would be more so about how they could take over, because I think they have a type of game to where it's unspoken. Like if they had no ability to speak, they would still be just as good together without any communication. And that's just how well they play together. But I do think that they're looking at this opportunity and they thinking we can really do something great right now. And let's hope that we can stir up enough energy behind Zoe becoming a Charlotte Hornet. Imagine how special that'd be. But as far as them and what they're talking about together, I think it's just on some brother shit, because they don't really have to sit there and talk about what they have to do on the court. They have the level of game that where basketball is just it's very easy to them.
Or second nature. Basketball second nature.
Yeah, some people have to think about it and really, study and shit. These dudes just see it, and it's like the game is slow motion for them.
They sleep, eat, they sleep, eat, and breathe basketball, man. That's what you get. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do.
Yeah,
but can you imagine the crowd? Hey, but listen, honestly, can you imagine the crowd when Liangelo get called in? Can you just imagine the crowd? I mean, I've seen how it was in Vegas, the pandemonium. But now he's actually will be in Charlotte.
That's gonna be interesting. Yeah,
that crowd gonna be crazy when they say entering the game, Liangelo Ball.
Yeah, that's gonna be wonderful.
Facts.
Because a lot of the people that are invested in that area have become. It's natural. Everybody of a certain area has become fans of a superstar, and just so happens this superstar happens to have a brother that people are invested in also. So it's going to be an amazing roar. And hey, Dex, don't let him do something amazing the first game, like on some Lonzo Ball.
No, his first shot, his first 3-pointers, splash all net. They're gonna go bananas.
Man, Christ.
I remember hearing Tyrese Halliburton, right? Because I was sitting next to him in the summer league, and every time Liangelo did something, the crowd went wild. And he was like, he's over there talking to Alvin Gentry. He's like, man, why they go bananas every time the Jello do something? And Alvin Gentry just shrugged his shoulders and was like, well, hell, I had Lonzo. They was about the same, Lonzo and Zion. I was like, wow, that's crazy. These are NBA players, NBA coaches, still astonished at the celebrity in support of Liangelo Ball.
You know what? If you could explain to people that don't understand that, Dex, what would you say the reason is?
The reason is for what?
Why people are so in awe for each one of the Ball brothers.
Well, for one thing, they got a wild and crazy dad, okay? He can get zany at times. Very entertaining, right? So you can't help but to like the kids as well. And for the simple fact is that to some people, you want change, right? Dissatisfaction brings about a change. And they represent a change. They represent a breath of fresh air into the league. And it's almost like the challenge, could they all get together on one team? That's where the challenge is. So some people challenge against it and some people champion for it. You know what I'm saying? And so that brings up this unique dynamic and fanfare that I told you so.
Exactly.
And this is why people, when they do something real spectacular, they just go all out with their support just to mimic the term, the phrase, I told you so. And then there's that polar opposite of people who can't wait for one of them to break their knee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
facts.
sick.
That's facts.
I just think that some people want to be contrast to what you're saying so badly, they are willing to go to those links and what they hope happens. And for me, I could say this. The reason that I'm looking forward to this happening is because I've had the opportunity to really dissect the way that they play the game of basketball. So as a person that loves and is enamored by great basketball, like talking about tears dropping out the eyes, I know that these guys can play some of the best basketball I've ever seen. I'm not talking about step back threes from 37 like Dame or Steph Curry with the crossover turnaround. Don't even look, make it. It's not none of that. That's cool. That's flashy. That's nice.
Right.
But I love when basketball is just flowing like water. I promise you, it's beautiful to see that and to see guys understand that, you know, it's a way to play like that and it's a way to win like that. And that's probably one of the best ways to win. There's many ways to win in the league, but I think the most efficient is when everybody's playing in unison, and that's what the Ball brothers provide.
Listen, it looks like a rock has been removed from LaMelo's shoulders. He seems like right now LaMelo's like, oh, great, finally got the job done. Because even with Lonzo, at the height of his fanfare, LaMelo ain't there yet. At the height of
Yeah,
Lonzo fanfare, coming from Summer League into the Lakers, Liangelo had an opportunity for a tryout. If you go back and look at Ballback's video, you will see in the background where Liangelo was coming off of a tryout. It's called a step and repeat. In the background of that step and repeat, where you see the champions and all that, he was coming off of a tryout.
yeah,
So, but he was injured. Liangelo was injured. So his tryouts sucked. But he still went through it, through the motions, because he couldn't
Right.
squander the opportunity of not showing up. He had
Right.
to show up. And he had to show up as he was. Now, the situation is, LaMelo, can you get Liangelo in? Can you help get Liangelo in, right? So that's a little pressure sometimes because you don't know how the other person is going to respond to your action. The only thing you can control is what you do, but you can't control
Exactly.
how somebody else responds.
Right.
But we have seen in LaMelo's third year, Charlotte have finally responded by giving his brother, that was well deserved, definitely earned a roster spot in the top 20, although it might be in the from the 15th to the 20th section, but it's still there. And as LaMelo said during his media day, he just hoped that Liangelo get picked up, do what he got to do, and get picked up on the end. So when you saw how LaMelo was in his demeanor, you can feel to some degree, a lot of stress has been released from this young man because one of his brothers is in the NBA who was lagging based on his tour of duty coming through the proper portal. So now
Right.
Leangelo's there, the Melo's relieved, he got the keys, he got his number, he got his brother.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see LaMelo swell and thrive in a Charlotte Hornet uniform throughout the duration of the 2022-2023 season. Cliffy got his back. Mitty is going to have his hands folded, looking. He might be looking for some flaws, some slip-ups, some failures. I don't know. Because Cliffy went in there pounding his fist on the desk to leave Melo to him. Let me guide this young man. Let me spill into his head every ounce of knowledge that I have. And hopefully that volume of information will turn out this young man to be one of the best basketball players ever to grace the Hornets uniform. So
and they can wear the chip behind it. Yes.
So we're going to see how this thing unfolds as we get closer and closer, and as we take those mighty steps into October when the Charlotte Hornets play their first preseason game, and we will see where Jello is relegated to on the depth charts and how soon he gets into the game. I believe he's going to get into the game, and I believe the crowd is going to go nuts. It's going to be one of the loudest cheers that you heard in Charlotte in a long, long time.
Facts.
So I can't wait. I'm just like you, on the edge of my seats, biting my fingernails, waiting for the moment for number 18 to grace that 90-foot parquet floor and demonstrate why he should have been in the NBA a long time ago.
You know what, Dex? I think at some point people have to really understand this is about entertainment also. And personally, last year there was nothing for me to be entertained about with Charlotte other than LaMelo Ball. This adds another element to that. Like you for sure getting me to watch another game. So imagine how many other people you're gonna get to watch another game just because you have both now. And then when they actually provide entertaining basketball, this market's gonna be booming. I can't wait to see that. I just want to see them progress because of the Ball brothers. And it's not just purely because I told you so, but it's because they're good for business. And they're going to be even better playing.
They're definitely good for business. We have seen throughout the NBA landscape some god-awful support and patronage from local teams and their communities. Michael Jordan, Mikey, Buddy, Mitty, and Cliffy is trying to avoid that by adding an extra lump of celebrity to the Charlotte Hornets basketball team. Because we already know LaMelo is a showstopper. We know that. But the thing about it is, LaMelo is not going to have Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges was a great, great running mate with Melo. Even though we know Miles Bridges can go on a tangent and dissociate himself from the team because he get a little hissy fit, we know we've seen it. But LaMelo is one of the only ones that can go back and talk to him and comfort him. But now that aspect of comfortability for LaMelo to kick it out or to throw it up to Miles Bridges in time of need will be absent from the Charlotte Hornets. Where cometh thy help? Is Liangelo can be prolific enough to add at least 10 to 14 points coming off the bench? Could that be consistent enough for Liangelo? And if so, who minutes will be shortened as Liangelo minutes will be lengthened? So that's another dynamic for Cliffy to try to configure and also keep the team in good spirits that nobody be left behind. And there's no favoritism. Can that happen? Will it happen? I don't know. Now, to me, LaMelo can be a top 5 player easily. Only thing LaMelo has to do is be a little bit more show a little more consternation on defense, be a little more angry, be a little more gritty when it comes to that, and to slow down on some of the turnovers, because we know LaMelo will take chances at certain parts of the game where certain parts of a game that he doesn't need to take those chances. He should be a little bit more conservative, but don't reel him in. Don't reel him in. You got to let him go. He's a wild stallion. You got to let him go. But Make him understand, really understand that you don't always get back from a turnover. Because some of these young players, they think they can make a turnover. Okay, I get that back. You can't have that in your mindset. You got to have in your mindset that a turnover is a wasted possession. A turnover is the needed possession that was unexecuted due to bad judgment, either from the person throwing the ball or the person receiving the ball or the person trying to make a move or whatever the turnover exists as or consists of. That's what Lamelo have to do. Those are two things I think Lamelo needs to come into this season, focus on his defensive stance, meaning have a firm consternation in his defense where he has no doubt and he is pillared. Listen what I'm telling you. Pillar. You know what a pillared is, right? And he is pillared with other members of the Charlotte Hornets who just as focused. Because if you focus, Lamelo, on your defense and the rest of the team does not, you still look like you're not playing defense, if you understand what I'm saying.
For sure. My fault. I thought you still had
Liangelo Ball, man, he gonna cook out, man. That's, y'all all making some great points, tonight. I recently we just recently put something out on the streets. I want to get y'all thoughts on that. Do you feel like Michael Jordan and LeVar Ball, or even possibly even some of the organization, some of the members of the organization should maybe even just to check in with LeVar. LeVar Ball's been working with Liangelo Ball all summer long. Don't you feel like Michael Jordan and LeVar should communicate in some form of fashion? What's your thoughts, Nico?
I believe they should, because LeVar Ball not only understands the business of the NBA and entertainment, he's a great basketball mind. LeVar Ball doesn't get enough credit for being a great basketball mind. Like, they really think that these children just became great on their own. Like, they didn't have, like, the thing is, let's say this, when you have a LeBron James as a father, right? You're looking at his specific play style as something to pattern your game after. I guarantee you every one of these Ball brothers is better than LeVar Ball. But it's also part of what he put into them from the mental side. So what I'm saying is he had to have a plan, an idea, and to understand how to execute it for them to be this good. And I'll say he did a fucking amazing job. And Michael Jordan should want to understand what it is that's going on right now. It's in full effect right now.
Yeah, and it's on his team. It's the best thing he gonna have. He ain't have nothing like this. It ain't this much excitement around there. He knows what's going on. Kemba wasn't doing it.
And this is why I think that they should have some sort of discourse, because at this point, I know the conversation is, shit, we got to get Zoe now. That's the conversation.
I'm pretty sure that has come up.
Like, right now, that's the conversation they need to have. What can we give for Zoe? He coming off the injury report. They don't know how well he gonna play off the injury he has. They don't know if he can stay healthy. Go ahead and shoot him something. What y'all need? Yes, what y'all need? Make this reality.
Yeah,
and it's not just people need to understand it's not just to have three on the same team. You got to see the kind of people say it's just in high school. Fuck all that, bro.
Yeah, fuck on that.
When you play a level of basketball like that, come on now.
Yeah, this could be recreated, man. The greatness could be recreated at the highest level, and that's what I'm expecting to happen. In the NBA. But I like how you said that, man. I think they do need to. Even Steve Clifford, but like I said, I kind of feel like Michael Jordan, like I said, is running the organization. Like I said, people may think whatever they want.
Y'all almost forgot what Zach said.
What's Zach saying?
Zach said when Lonzo come back, he's the Bulls starting point guard, period.
Yeah, I already knew that.
So Zach must have felt something in the air too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because nobody's like really talking about Lonzo. Like they trying to treat him like he's an afterthought. And Dak straight up said in his media day, Lonzo Ball is up starting point guard when he comes back. Period. So all you guys thinking that y'all gonna crab up and try to take his spot, not happening. This is my team, and I want Lonzo as my point guard.
You know why? 'Cause Lonzo gonna pass the ball. He gonna take the damn shot. That's one. Look, people love playing with Lonzo Ball. That's one thing that I've noticed. Not only since it was said, but since the Lakers days. Uh, of course, guys think that they can provide more than him for a team, but the guys that are starting alongside him love playing with him because he's gonna get you the ball. And for these selfish monsters, especially like the ones on the Bulls, that's right up their alley. You don't know what you're gonna get from everybody else, but you know Lonzo gonna pass that ball. So Zach LaVine better be out there batting for him. But I would say this: in my perfect world, Terry Rozier would be the starting point guard for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that package together.
Nah, I think they're fully invested in Lonzo. That's another thing. Zach like him. Let's see what if they help him out when they get on the court. Don't take it out of his hands, things of that nature. But
that's the problem, though, Flight. They coming with this. I fuck with Lonzo Ball, and even the Bulls fans, right? They keep
But Zach wasn't taking it out of his hands, though. So you can't blame Zach. He wasn't taking it out of Lonzo's hands. That's not true.
But no,
Zach wasn't
what I
bringing
mean,
the ball up the court like that.
What I mean is this, Dex. It's not even just taking it out of his hands. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not just taking the ball out of his hands. It's that when the ball leaves his hands, it's not coming back to his hands at all.
No.
Now that's true. There's definitely wasn't no boomerang. So I agree with that.
Zach can shoot over 5 people, Dex. 4 or 5 people.
No, I agree with Nico when he said that ball ain't coming back. That because it ain't no boomerang on the Bulls. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's for sure some ball stoppers. Them dudes touch the ball.
He got DeRozan thinking he Michael Jordan. So I mean, it could get problematic. Salute to all the Bulls players. I don't know who the hell that was.
So let's hit that like button, guys. Let's get out there and hit that like button. Don't play the stream short. Don't play yourself. Hit that like button. Subscribe. You know you guys love what you hear. You don't get this nowhere else. Shout out to Superstar Dave James. You don't get this nowhere else. We got a plethora of content creators who come out with their info and their knowledge and they share it to the best of their ability. We're not saying we're perfect. We're not saying we're flawless. All we're saying is that we're giving it to you raw. We're giving it to you real. And we're giving it to you on a level that you can understand. Why not subscribe to a channel like that? Why would you go out and surface the whole YouTube digital landscape to find something that you already got here? You don't need to stream hop. You don't need to try to find something contrary to what we got. We got contraries within our own panel. Everybody don't agree. Even though Flight Sports TV is be called fanboys and all kind of derogatory names, but you know that's not true. But we say every knock is a boost. Every time somebody mentions Flight Sports TV, negative or positive, it's a boost because it's going to bring eyes to Flight Sports TV. And when you come here, we're going to surprise you with a great, great stream. Some funny, some hectic, some chaotic, some brilliant, and some good, downright informative, news-breaking aspects of sports that you love and you grew up to love. So hit that subscribe button. Don't play yourself. We're here for you. We're an international community, and we're all inclusive. We're not exclusive. We don't exclude anybody. We include all. I don't care. I don't care how tall you is. I don't care how short you is. I don't care how fat you is. I don't care how thin you is. I don't care how light you is or how dark you is. You are all included at Flight Sports TV. Just come with some decorum. That's all. Don't be indignant. Come with some decorum. You can get indignant later after we know you, and it won't be so bad. But don't come in that way, because that's not welcome. Don't come in uncouth. Don't come in untidy. All we asking you is to be who you is and to like and subscribe and hit that notification, hit that Cash App. Don't forget the Cash App now. Hit the Super Chat and any other forms of financial support that you can bring to the channel to make it a more exuberant experience. Because that's what we want it for you. We want you to have an exuberant experience with premium content coming from the content creators for Flight Sports TV.
Yes, sir.
All access deck.
That's right, man. We got my man Dave James in the building, New York City. What's good?
What's good, fight?
Yo, Dave, what's going on? When we getting back to work?
Bro.
I know you're in school.
Yeah, bro. I got school, bro.
Yeah. Well, you was failing?
In the busy
Keep it 100. Keep it 100. You was failing?
No, I'm not failing.
All right.
I'm
That's
just
good.
I'm doing all right, bro.
I know you gotta do your thing, man. So focus on school, man. As
Yeah.
long as I'm here, man, you gonna come back good.
No.
I want you to come back to what you had going on.
Yeah.
Hey Dave, how much you see Book Knight earning a spot on the Hornets right now? What's your opinion on him?
Bro, he should be getting a decent amount of minutes, bro. I don't really see anyone as a threat to him. They don't really have no legit backup. Like the shooting guard, a combo. So Book Knight should play a lot this year, man.
He will.
Also, yo, Nico, you got to start the De'Aaron Fox disrespect, bro. Not gonna lie.
They're tripping on Fox.
Bro, look, I haven't disrespected Fox that much.
We watched that stream yesterday. That was a bit crazy right there, bro. They said Fox ain't a top 10 point guard. That's crazy, bro.
Oh, he's not.
You said
That's just facts.
Chris Paul and Simmons over Fox. Crazy. Not gonna lie, bro.
But
that's crazy.
I mean, but you got to go off what they, do to a team's chance to win. You know what I'm saying?
Nico, no, we're not doing that, bro. Fox is top 10, bro. Chris Paul isn't better than Fox, bro.
No, you wilding.
He about to maybe bring up them point guards again.
Yeah, well, you gonna have to put out another video and break down what you just said.
Fox, and on that.
Oh, Nico.
Yes, what's up?
You talking about Fox is mid? Wow.
Now, yo, what you think about the Kings though, Dave?
Man, they're what they are.
I'm still here though. I'll wait.
They're not really doing anything this year again, bro. But
they're out west.
Like they didn't really get too bad. They're a good team. They're like mid to trash, but Fox is legit, bro. That's all I'm trying to say, bro. Like 27-8, 23-8. Like, come on, bro. We gotta stop this nonsense. That all these guards are better than him. Efficient too, shooting efficient from the field. I'm just saying I can't name 10 point guards just like I could just be like legit better than Fox, bro.
No, we already named 10. We named more than 10.
This was cap. That's all I'm saying. It was straight cap, and Nico was capping.
And then you got to look at it like this too with Fox. Fox done had the ball in his hand, controlling the offense for the last 5 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he has yet to make an all-star. So what you mean 10 point guards is not better than him?
So I'm not ready to say. I don't know.
What do that mean?
He's on the Kings. He's on the Kings.
I mean, he's all right.
You can still make an all-star. What's they made all-star from Indiana?
Yeah, Halliburton. Yo, he might be. Yo, Halliburton might cook his ass.
You can make an all-star for being on the bottom team. Bradley Beal made an all-star being on the bottom team.
But look how long he had to work to get it.
Exactly.
5 years, right? About 5 years, right?
The same thing to D Book. They got a winning team around him, and look at his reputation now. Like, come on, bro. Fox
Dave James and Purple Baby. There's history of the NBA that a bottom team had representation in an all-star game. So that you can't say that.
Say what?
That a bottom team. Trae Young. Look at Trae Young.
What are you talking about though? Look, I'm saying Damian Lillard.
Why you always say what I'm talking about when you hear what I'm talking about?
I'm just saying, like, he's never going to make it, just like Damian Lillard had a hard time making it. It's too loaded with the guards in the West. Even out when you go out East, it's loaded out there. It's going to be hard for them guys to make all NBA teams and all-star games. especially if their games ain't being televised and they not winning.
Okay, but I don't know how can I explain this. We know that. Okay, you right on one end. That's true too. That's very big. Television is very big for its popularity. We understand that. We know he's buried down there in Cowtown, but Damian Lillard has been on the forefront, even though his team kind of wasn't winning. Then they did win for they had like a 3-year run, a win, But what's his name? Darion Fox have yet to elevate his team to even a play-in game, though. That's what
But
we're
we
talking about.
That's not him.
That's not fair.
Not there, bro. When you don't have the right personnel there, you can't do it. Sorry, Dex.
Here.
Basketball is a team sport, Dex.
I know, but like you said, you mentioned Damian Lillard. Even though Portland kind of, was down and out, Damian Lillard was still a bright shining star for that team, and you want to see him play. I don't know if people just want to see Darion Fox play. That's probably why they ain't getting the television.
I want to say something. I want to talk real quick about. I want to say something because we talk about media day. I heard De'Aaron Fox media day. I am not a Kings fan, yo. Let me keep it 100. He did not sound like a leader. I'm gonna keep it 100. Y'all need to go watch. Just type in De'Aaron Fox media day. This dude sounded like a fucking goofball. And he's a starting player. He didn't sound serious. It's like he's just too much joking. It just he didn't seem like that. I didn't sit right with me on that, and I didn't say that. I didn't put that out, but I just didn't sit right with me with Fox. I'm just like I like Davion Mitchell, but Fox didn't seem like a leader to me. Y'all should hear him talk. He don't know, I know.
It's like
what's going on?
Every summer league I went to, since Darion Fox been in the league, I have yet to see Darion Fox.
See, he on the show. Look out for his teammates, right?
I haven't seen him. I'm just saying I haven't seen him. I don't know if he was there or not. I hadn't seen him. He wasn't sitting amongst the coaches. Maybe he was in the casinos. I don't know.
There's something not right.
But I haven't yet to see Darion Fox. I done seen John Morant. I done seen Draymond Green.
You're fine,
Lonzo was there.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw Alonzo, yeah. But I'm gonna see them because they ball brothers. I'm gonna see Melo.
Alonzo came this year, he was hurt.
Yeah, I'm saying he was there at the time. Alonzo was there at Summer League with Jello. So but that's different. That's his brother, so I can understand that. But what I'm saying is that you saw DeMar DeRozan at Summer League, right?
Right.
You seen LeBron James at Summer League.
Everybody.
You seen Klay Thompson at Summer League.
All the leaders.
You seen Jaylen Brown.
Fox never. Halliburton was there representing the Kings.
Yeah, Halliburton was representing the Kings. Until he got traded. So I always was fascinated about that. Like, why is not Darion Fox down here with all the rest of the leaders of the team when they're down here? And is he healthy?
He sounded like a goofball, yo.
Draws, bro. Y'all
I think that's something you need to think about, Dave James.
No, I don't have it.
Players showing up.
I don't know where. Like, I don't see the issue that garbage ass team.
That's what camaraderie is about.
But Lamelo didn't go this year, so what you got to say about that?
Yeah, he did.
No,
that's not true.
He didn't
show up for his
Lamelo went to Summer League this year. Yes, he did.
He didn't show up for his team, though.
Well, that part I really don't know, but he was in Vegas.
Some people value spending time with their family before training camp start back up. How he wasn't holding private workouts, him and Sabonis and Barnes with each other?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I clarify that. I don't know where he was. Could be in a casino. Could be chilling. I don't know. But all I know is that he wasn't on the bench with the coaches and stuff like that.
He don't have to be. I don't care about a player.
No, you don't have to be. You're right. You don't have to be. But it just shows sign of leadership and camaraderie when you're the face of the franchise.
Just like Kevin Durant.
I mean, he's not top 10 though.
Kyrie was at Summer League.
Good for Kyrie, but is he
It's the issue. I just gotta stop dismissing Fox like he's just a regular player. Like Fox is good.
Hey, how you doing?
I mean, he kind of is though.
But Dave James, you got to keep it in content.
27.
Fox got the ball in his hand for 5 years. He should have numbers.
Wow.
5 years is uninhibited, dribbling the ball and shooting the ball.
Everybody should have numbers then, because
I mean, that's a long time. Do you agree? Just imagine you having the ball in your hand 4 years at varsity. You got the ball in your hands, and nobody can tell you nothing.
27 and 7, 47% from the field. Still shooting efficiently this year. 23, 3 and 6. Efficiently 47% from the field. Like, bro, like, come on, he's producing, bro. If you
we're not saying he don't get numbers. We're just saying he don't get wins.
You know what? Even if that percentage was, considered good in his efficiency rating, he's number 14 for a point guard. I was being modest putting him at number 11 in my list.
Wow. Fox got to definitely prove something, man. Like I said, I didn't like his media day. That was a bad takeaway for me. Just his demeanor, the way he was looking. You should just see, he looked dejected. Y'all should go check it out. How he looked. Yeah, he did not look like the starting point guard of a team.
Right, he said this is best team ever.
It was best team.
Yeah, you said that, but I just
think that ain't really even saying nothing. That's how bad the Kings have been.
I just want my leader to look a little more. You see the way Lamelo take these podiums? You know, I mean, this dude is like the franchise. I mean, he laughing, joking too, but when it's business, it's business. Fox, I don't know.
Everybody ain't a leader. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly.
That's true. I agree with that.
He also ain't top 10 either.
All right, bro. We're gonna see after this season.
I mean, I hope he can be, but
somebody just listed the top 10.
Yeah, and
I just saw it.
List. I disagree with it.
Well, where do you think he's at then, Dave James?
He's around the 8 to 10. Easy.
How?
You mean
so?
How?
Who do you? Hold on, let me find the list, Dave James, and then tell me who you knock out this list.
I got the list right here.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah,
right here. There you go.
That's why I'm looking at it, and it's not making sense to me.
Oh, you'll take Chris Paul over Shea?
Not over Shea, but over Fox for sure.
Wow.
I wouldn't do that.
You'll take Shea over Fox.
If you got Trae Young,
Alexander.
All right, look. If you got Trae at 1, Luka at 2, Ja at 3, Kyrie at 4, Steph at 5, Shai at 6, Chris Paul at 7. All right. I mean, he actually had a great year. Huh?
So LeBron's a point guard?
No.
How they do
no. You got Drew at 8, LaMelo at 9, and Darius Garland at 10.
And he should
have a tour.
So LaMelo is way off of Fox, like way big. Would you say that?
LaMelo's better than him for sure. And hold on, Flight, to answer what happened to Tua, he had got slammed in like his upper back, neck, head area, and you could tell something neurological going on.
Yeah, I just came across my screen.
Yeah.
So Nico, LaMelo way off than Fox. Like, just it's clear as day. Like, he's way better than Fox. Like, he's on a different level.
No. Yeah, LaMelo's number 9.
LaMelo's not way better than Fox, bro.
Oh, you see his hands?
Those lists are hard to make, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You can't just be like.
But Shea Gilgeous is not number 6, and I'll say that.
I don't know about Chris Paul.
He better than Fox though.
No, he ain't. That man, the bigger version.
Shit, he better than Fox.
Hey, look. This that small market shit, bro. That's just what it is. If you get a legit team around Fox and he starts winning, the narrative changes, bro.
OKC is a pretty small market also.
But Shea don't know.
I mean, it's a small market.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander is a bigger version.
Well, they giving Shea brownie points because Shea went to the playoffs.
Shea's nice, but with the Clippers and the Thunder, like he went to the first round with Chris. That was an okay team. What has he done as a main option? Right, nothing. So
To me,
You know
Shade.
what I mean? I don't understand. Like the double standard is crazy, bro. I don't know how you could just say Shea over Fox now.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm not doing that.
Because he went to the playoff
He
game.
actually made the playoffs.
But it wasn't because of him. It was because of Chris Paul.
But he was a part of it. He was a big part of it.
Yeah, bro. But that was a good team, like as a whole. And Chris Paul was the best player. So it was like, what are we doing? Who does Fox have?
So then maybe Fox shouldn't be the best player then.
You know what? I'm looking at
the right complementary players around him. Let his team be healthy. Yo, y'all watch the Kings, bro? Because they're a small market. There's a lot.
Who watch the Kings, Jay? Come on now.
So
hey, I'm looking at the efficiency right now. Fox averages less than one more point than Shaw off of 2 more shots.
Oh my God.
Shaw shoots higher at the 3-point, mid-range, free throws, and he plays less minutes.
Where does Shaw shoot from the field?
As far as overall field goal percentage?
Yeah.
Oh, let me just go to that.
My last year.
He shoots 47, and De'Aaron shoots 46.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he's definitely a better player, though.
No, he's not. That's like saying, what's his name that got traded to the Celtics?
Nico hate him, bro.
What's that man's name?
Nico doesn't like your game. He gonna diminish.
I would not take. I would not
Nico's
take
one of those, bro. Like you could get buckets. Nico doesn't like the way you do it. Like what he does to DeMar. If Nico don't like the way you do it or the way you're getting it done, he's gonna diminish it. He don't like the way you play. No matter how good you is, he's gonna diminish you as a player. That's why you talking about there's 13 guards better than Fox. You're talking about 11 is generous. That's crazy.
I mean, the thing is, I'm not quite like that. I just know DeMar DeRozan isn't a gamer. It looked nice. It looked nice in the regular season. As soon as he gets to the playoffs, you'll see a turtle on the court, worthless player.
Wow, that's a crazy statement, Nico.
Damn, I'm looking at the matchup too. Shy won out of 6 matchups. Or not fault. Out of 8 matchups, Shy won 6 over De'Aaron Fox. That's crazy.
Oh, Josh Jackson, bro. You say everybody better than Fox, bro.
Shy averaged 21.4 against Fox. Fox averaged 18.1.
To me,
Shy.
Shea Gilgeous is in that same conversation as Malcolm Brogdon, and where Tyrese is gonna end up too. They're very solid point guards, but they're not gonna take you over the edge. You need a Fox on your team, or like a dynamic player. Basically, they don't take you over the edge. They can't lead a team.
Shit, Fox don't take you over the edge either. He gets you about a good 30 games.
Okay, what about Malcolm Brogdon? Where do he fit in this?
He's better than Fox too.
Wow.
He don't got a better handle. He's not faster.
That's
a better player though.
And Drew Holiday, I'm gonna be real. People might call me slack for this. I don't have Drew over Fox either, bro. Yeah. Y'all might be like, oh, Drew made the finals. No, bro. So is Drew better than LaMelo Ball?
No.
Huh?
No, LaMelo Ball he's in that top 5 range.
Wow. Now that's a crazy statement to make. That you see what I'm saying? You was biased, Nico.
It's not biased. LaMelo's just a special player.
So Trey, Dame, Steph, Kyrie. Who else? Bro, come on, Nico.
The top 5 is Trey, Luka, Ja, Kyrie, Steph Curry.
Ja.
I'm not taking Ja over. We had this conversation last season. I'm not taking Ja over LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo got that potential. I agree LaMelo could be the best point guard in the league one day, bro. But right now, that top 5 is LaMelo's not in it, bro. And it's okay. He's 20, bro. He's 21. Bro.
So
Dave,
so LaMelo's top 6. Oh, that's what you said.
Hold on. So what you? Who that?
Oh, you cut out. No, but fuck a top 6. I'll say this, Dave. You smart enough. You know LaMelo didn't have the keys, right?
Yeah. Bro, trust. I know LaMelo's like that, bro. I'm not questioning that. I'm saying that could change, bro. You feel me? I know LaMelo's potential, bro. I know he had his little situation going on with the Hornets, bro, and it's going to be more of his team this year. Hopefully, it looks like that's what's going to be. So we're going to see what LaMelo does this year. LaMelo produces. He goes up the list.
Dave, what do you want his number? I mean,
I'm expecting this year. I'm gonna be real. I'm expecting like the way it's looking with Miles' little situation and everything. I'm expecting his numbers to be like 24 and 7 or something like that. That's what I think his number. That's how good I think he is. I think he can put up 24-7, maybe lead the Hornets to play-in. That's it. Then we can start talking about top 5 point guards. The potential is there. Don't get it wrong, but you can't just say it now because a lot of these other guards have put in work, bro. Ja, Trey, Steph, Kyrie. You're gonna have Lamelo just over them easily?
Over Ja.
Wow.
Just because I see like Ja, unless he becomes an amazing shooter, how much better can he really get than what he's already shown you? He don't want to pass the ball. He do it because
I don't want to pass the ball.
No, he don't want to pass the ball.
Come on, Nick.
He don't want to pass the ball. Bro, we've seen it. Every time the playoffs start, this nigga take 30 shots a game.
Bro, Ja is special, bro. Don't even do that, bro.
Bro, I've seen John Morant shoot his team out of ways.
Because he's forced to. Ja don't willingly pass the ball, is what you're saying.
Thank you. Yes. Bro, he taking. Look, all right. Let me look at his assists.
You be keeping it real about Jordan, but you talking about Ja, bro? You tripping, Nico.
Let me get you the playoffs because this is the difference.
Look at Ja. Horrible. What a horrible, terrible take by Josh. All right, what's the difference?
In the playoffs, we see him force a lot of his shots more than he normally would in the regular season, and that's also immediately why they won. We seen the game that he played against the Warriors when he dropped 47. That nigga wasn't passing the ball, and he didn't care to pass the ball either. But he was getting buckets, sure. But it took him about 36 shots or 35 shots to get there.
You talking about game 2?
Yeah, the game that he took over.
And what did it lead to?
Oh, they won. But that's because the Warriors play like shit.
Oh my god, yo!
I mean, it's a reason they got the gentleman suite.
Yeah, because Ja got hurt.
I mean, oh, no,
that's
that one.
That's a different. They did not have an answer for Ja. Let's be real. We saw game 1 and 2.
They would have figured it out. Trust me.
Oh, they would have.
So who's more dangerous, Jason Tatum or Ja Morant to you?
Versus that Warriors team, it was Ja.
Well, I'm just saying
it. Bro, I'm gonna be real, bro. We gotta stop this Jason Tatum shit, bro.
I agree with you.
Ja Morant is a superstar, bro.
What you saying, Jason Tatum not?
He is, bro. But the Warriors, who are they having more trouble with?
I don't think it's trouble. The thing is, the Warriors at that point, their playoffs is just figuring out matchups. Later in the playoffs, they just start putting Andrew Wiggins on everybody and Klay Thompson on their second best option and rotating them.
Yo, Nico, you gotta stop, bro. Ja was torching those boys, bro. They were so lucky he got hurt. Ja was torching the Warriors, bro. You want me to bring his stats up? They want to figure nothing out. Jason Tatum, they had him. Jason Tatum's style of play was easier to guard than Ja's, bro. Easier for the Warriors. Man, they had a good matchup for it. You think Andrew Wiggins would have shut down Ja? No.
No, because the thing is, they didn't use Andrew to shut down anybody by himself. They had a rotation of defenders. The way that they beat the Celtics was they had Klay, they had Wiggins, and they had Draymond rotating on the main scoring options. And that's what they would have eventually done to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Words about don't let them boys see LeBron this year. All that bullshit ain't working. Now let
I appreciate that.
Let them boys see LeBron and AD. AD got Afro now. It's over for Golden State, bro. Golden State ain't repeating, bro. Let me tell y'all right now.
I hope the Lakers win. I just don't see them winning, though. I don't think you can beat Klay Thompson after a good offseason.
I agree with you, nigga. I think Klay's gonna come back wilding, but nah, they're not repeating. You got Clippers, Lakers, Denver.
A bunch of niggas that they would beat their ass.
Denver's the Pels. I hate to say it, Nico, but the Pels too, bro.
Why do we think these teams like this happens every year, right? Right? Because
You
you know,
watch
last
Brandon
year,
Ingram, Nico? Have you seen the new Brandon Ingram? Nah, don't do that.
what is he? 205 pounds now?
Nico, you watched the playoffs last year, bro.
Yeah,
Stop
I
it.
did.
And Ingram is
But
not the same player he was 2 years ago. Bro. He put on weight, better defensively, way better passer. Brandon Ingram's a legit second option, bro. And Zion might be a legit first option. So
but I was gonna say, the only reason I come at that with this type of energy is every beginning of each season, even though all these people love to pretend like they thought the Warriors would win, I was really one of the few people telling you the Warriors are about to win again, and they're gonna win again and again. And I said the only thing that's gonna stop that is the Ball brothers. But I'm not saying that on no fanboy shit. I'm saying it because the Warriors not only are a well-oiled machine, they have players that do that job to the best of what you can do basketball
Pelicans
as.
too, bro.
Wait, say it again.
Pelicans too, Nico.
Hey, I don't. Hey, you love you some Bi. I don't see them winning though.
Bi's a top. Ooh, Bi ranking a small forward, bro. Bi is a top 3 small forward. LeBron, Tatum, Bi.
Well,
Yup.
you got him over Jimmy
Hey,
Butler.
Jimmy, stop it, Nico. Don't do
I
that.
said, do you have him over Jimmy? I mean, I would take Bi over Jimmy.
So top 3.
I mean, is KD still a small forward though?
Oh, forgot about. I thought KD was a power. All right, so LeBron, KD, Jason, and Bi, bro. Giannis ain't a small forward though. Oh,
What
I forgot
Chris
about
Middleton?
Kawhi too. But Kawhi is hurt.
Kawhi, Chris Middleton.
We all know Kawhi, when healthy, Kawhi is number 2, might be 2 on that list, bro. Number
Michael
2.
Jordan. I ain't gonna front. Kawhi is better than Michael Jordan.
Easy.
But you know, that's beside the point. Apparently, Jason Tatum is a small forward. I didn't know that.
I thought he was a power.
What about Paul George?
Fuck. See, I'll be forgetting this. Nah, Bi, bro. I'm taking Bi over PG, gang. I don't care.
I understand. Bi definitely is.
Zion's better than all of them, though.
I gotta see. I gotta see how he play. I haven't seen him in shape like this before, so I don't know yet. Like, I want to see if he can stay healthy.
Lamelo might be the best point guard in the league by 23.
Oh, for sure. Because by the time, what, he's 20 now, by the time he's 23, Steph Curry gonna be like 38, old ass nigga.
Melo's raw, bro.
Let me see. Kyrie gonna be about 34. Oh yeah, these niggas getting old.
I got Lamelo over Drew, Josh, easily.
Nigga, Drew Holiday gonna be like 36. By the time Melo's 23, we're gonna have a whole new wave of point guards that are supposed to take over.
And he could get so much better, but what he already got, like what this nigga Lamelo already has naturally, is crazy. I ain't gonna lie. The floater ability to touch around the rim, the finishing, passing ability, the handles, bro. That dude, bro.
I was gonna say Paul George is a shooting guard depending on the lineup or the day.
Exactly.
Like the way that the Clippers run is sometimes Kawhi is small forward, sometimes he power forward, sometimes Paul is shooting guard, sometimes he's small forward. It depends on their lineups. That's the only team that you can really say interchangeable with their lineups and the positions that they run.
Melo's getting there, Josh. He is. I ain't gonna lie.
And as far as Drew, look, he's a nice player. He's just not a player that I'm finna really back and say that Drew Holiday is an X factor or an amazing point guard. He's like a more talented Marcus Smart.
Wow, disrespectful, Nico.
I mean, why is he not though?
It's absurd.
I want to know why he's not a more talented Marcus Smart.
Offense is like there's a crazy gap. Crazy, like
I mean, kinda. What he only averaged, what, like 14, 15 points? Let me see.
The offensive skill, the repertoire those two have is way different. You need to chill.
So Drew's giving you 18 points. Marcus Smart giving you 12. So again, a more talented Marcus Smart.
Don't do that, Nico.
I mean, Drew Holiday's smart though. Yeah,
Drew's
he knows that he needs to get the ball to the best player on the team, and that's what he does. So I can't shit on him too much.
And he does his work too. Don't do that. Drew gets busy too now. Drew get busy on it. But LaMelo passing ability and his repertoire offensively is just tough. LaMelo's skill set and IQ, bro. That's why I'll give LaMelo over Drew, bro. But I won't get mad if you take Drew over LaMelo because it's a what have you done lately for me type league. And since I guess he made the what's it called the second round, everybody's gonna be like he's better than LaMelo. I hate when dudes do that, bro. Like LaMelo's clear, bro. I'm sorry, no disrespect to Drew. LaMelo's clear, bro. Offensive game, LaMelo's clear, bro. LaMelo gave him what was it, 50, 40? Come on, bro.
Hey, easy though.
Easy 42.
And the thing is, he's supposed to be a lockdown defender. Melo couldn't even see that boy.
No gas. I'm not even gassing LaMelo. That dude, LaMelo is different, bro.
And that's why I truly believe that, people saying that Jello not gonna have an impact. The thing is, Melo gonna have an impact. That's what's gonna allow Jello to have more of an impact. Because if you think Melo gonna come with the exact same production as he did without the keys, you're insane. Melo gave you 43 wins without the keys.
The stats went up every year, bro. They're going up like it's supposed to. He's on the right trajectory.
Nico, this team did not get better, bro.
True.
But did Melo get better though?
Players. I'm just happy to see Book Knight finally play because I'm sold on Book Knight. That's just it. Like I just want to see if this is actually a year. I don't even care.
Since you like him so much, do you agree with them that the game having him running the backup point? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I don't agree with that.
He ain't no point guard though.
Part of combo.
But when you think about a possibility of, let's say, Steve Clifford let LaMelo play, how can I put this? The whole first quarter, but you know he got to take somebody out in order for Book Knight. So what is going to be Rozier?
Can I interrupt y'all real quick? I want to say we got 96 people in here. Can we get the likes to 100? We had 96 likes. Can we just 4 more to get to 100? I would appreciate that, but y'all can continue.
Yes, because you got to look. What are the Hornets? This is the question. What are the Hornets prioritizing? Like, you got to prioritize your future, bro. You're not. That's me.
And I agree with that. But if the current is making Gordon Hayward and them are making money, Terry Rozier is making money. Like Cody Martin's making more money than I think Book Knight will get some playing time, but I don't think they're going to bench. I think LaMelo's going to be the one that's likely to get benched because he's not making the money.
I don't see what
I don't agree with Book Knight running the point. I'd rather him running too, because it's like.
But they said they even want to put LaMelo off the ball, Steve Clifford. So I don't.
But for Book Knight run I don't agree with that. I'd rather Book Knight come in and run in his natural position where he got drafted as. And
I just want to see him play. That's just it.
Then come in and run the point because you got Terry Rozier and he don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's backwards to me.
I just want to see Book Knight get.
Terry Rozier is not a point guard though.
Consistent minutes.
Okay, but how you gonna take
there's a Chuck,
rookie?
Bro.
Well, he's no longer a rookie, but how you gonna take a second-year player and be like, well, because he's not a point guard and he don't want to, we're gonna make you be that, and that's not even his position.
I wouldn't do that because that nigga ain't got no vision. I wouldn't have anybody running point guard for that team other than LaMelo Ball. You know what? This is crazy, but I want you to understand what I mean here. I'd rather have Plumlee run point guard than the Book Knight or motherfucking Terry Rozier.
All right, Nico, I'm out of here.
I'm keeping,
It's
I'm
what
keeping it real with you. I would rather have somebody like those guys aren't point guards.
But
They
bro,
want to get their shots off.
but how much teams have this issue though, bro? Like this position, NBA is positionless, man. Lamelo is gonna be bringing the ball the most of the game. Lamelo's not sitting down. There's no way. I don't think they sit Lamelo down. Maybe book night minutes isn't gonna be what I think it is. Then I don't know. It's the Hornets. They're incompetent. You don't really know what they're gonna do. They have a whole lot of bad things going on, bad contracts. They didn't even get rid of what they needed to get rid of this year. They didn't even make any real moves. You feel me? So I don't really know. It's just a terrible situation, terrible organization that doesn't really have a direction they're going into. They just have so much shit going on. Terry's contract, you just extended Cody Martin. Like it's just all over the place, man.
I mean, it's all based in this for me though.
So is Mark Williams gonna play? Is my question.
No,
They talking about Nick Richards. I'm
they
like,
to the G League.
wow, that's crazy.
I said the same thing.
That's crazy right there. Because I'm hearing a lot of Nick Richards praise. Nick Richards, he's like
He's a solid bench guy.
Yeah. They're still starting Plumlee.
Because he's making the money. That's what I'm saying. They not gonna they haven't won nothing, and that's part of the problem. So you can't sit the players down that's making the money. Now, if they playing bad and in foul trouble, yes. But just to sit them down, just to say, okay, I need to sit you down to get this guy in, they not doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they possibly could because even the Rockets and a couple teams that I can't name off the top of my head, they've been allowing guys that are no longer useful to them that make a lot of money to just sit. And the only example I could think of off the top of my head, of course, is John Wall, and that's only the barometer I'll use to say that things can change if they start to win. If they start to feel like they got a spark within the organization, and this is working, they're gonna make some changes no matter how much money you make. Especially since these guys don't have a star power. Like it's different. If you have like let's say Brooklyn with Kyrie, soon as they said he couldn't play any home games, we heard about it every day. You're not gonna hear about that if Terry Rozier gets set on the bench. They're gonna give you a week of that, and they'll forget that nigga exists. They're just gonna look at him with the nice clothes on the sideline, and
But gonna ask to be traded. I don't think yeah, he's not doing that. They got agents too. He's not just gonna happily sit on the bench and make his money. He's gonna want to go somewhere and start.
Yes, I pray to God he asked for a trade. Send him to Chicago.
They not doing that. What reason would they have to do that?
They can gain Alonzo Ball.
That's not happening. I'm not making that. Injured Lonzo or not, I'm not trading injured Lonzo Ball for Terry Rozier. And I still got Cody Martin on my team, and I got Zach LaVine.
I mean,
I'm your face.
At that point, it's beneficial because Terry Rozier, and I'll say this: the thing that the Bulls did need was when DeMar and Zach were struggling, they needed somebody that could take some of that pressure off of them. And the only difference is when you force Lonzo Ball to play a role of strict facilitator, that's what he does. Somebody like Terry Rozier, if you need him to eventually step up, he's not going to look to facilitate anymore. He's going to look to take a lot of shots. And I think that would provide a lot of balance for the Bulls offense when they, because we already know they play two-man basketball. When the two men aren't doing well, you always need somebody to take a little pressure off you. What the fuck that nigga name is? Jordan Poole. When Klay Thompson and Steph weren't doing great, he always provided an amazing spark. And I wasn't high on him to begin with, but he definitely made me a believer. And I think he could provide that kind of performance for the Bulls. To where he just come in and he's a spark plug, easy buckets, a nice handle, and also passes the ball. It's just different for the Hornets when you have somebody who already is that guy. That's why it doesn't work for the Hornets.
I mean, it sounds good, but I still think they say no. I think it's better options that they can look at.
Yeah, we gotta put this into the ethers and hopefully it manifests itself. Because obviously it's a ball brother gene, but it makes sense for the Hornets to start shopping and trying to see what they can get for Lonzo Ball, or not Lonzo Ball, but Terry Rozier, and see if they can get, you
But
know,
I think they have been. I think it's gonna be a veteran for a veteran and not a young veteran, by the way. I think it's gonna be an older one. And I think that older one, like, well, Bogdanovich is gone, so Utah still got
Rudy
who
Gobert. I mean, no. He traded too.
Connolly, and they still got Clarkson. It'll be for players like that.
hmm. I mean, that is the unfortunate part. They do make a lot of pointless deals. If you bring in a Jordan Clarkson, that's the same thing you just traded away. Like Jordan
But
Clarkson,
you're not gonna have a. He's already coming off the bench, so he's making his money. He's not gonna trip. He's, that's one thing I will say about Jordan. He's not like he understands. Hey, I'm not starting no more. My role is to come off the bench and give energy and all that. So
well, that's what I mean. When it comes to Jordan Clarkson, he has a mindset that was so developed to score that you couldn't start him
right.
because he wanted to score every time he touched a damn ball. And Terry Rozier is one of those guys. He just, has a little more cognitive sense to say, okay, I got to make some passes here and here too. So that's the only real difference between them two.
And then
But
what's crazy is not to interrupt you, but
no, you good, you good.
Miami, like they need Larry and them to stay healthy, but it's like they need something, and it's just like I don't think it's a guard that they need
Power
because you
forward. Let
trying to
me.
hero, right?
hmm
So, but it's like I don't think they would trade Hero for Rozier either. So, only team I can really see trading for him is the Lakers. That's what's crazy. But they didn't already said no, so maybe they'll just revisit it at the deadline.
Well, if they could get anybody off there, I would say send Duncan Robinson because he probably would have a big change off the change of scenery and a little less pressure. Because we
Yeah,
know he's primarily a 3-point shooter, but the issue with Duncan Robinson is the Tyler Hero came in playing so damn good. That's the standard he has to stay up with, and I think that's what bothers him on that team. That every time he comes in, they expect him to be Tyler Hero, and he's not.
yeah. He's a Joe Harris. I think he's taller than Joe Harris. That's how.
That keep your ass in that gym. Shit, that's what it's coming down to. Shit.
I think he's a little taller than Joe Harris. I'll
Yeah,
say this: he has more of a difficult shot ability because Joe Harris is more of a spot up shooter.
Sure.
Duncan probably can make a lot more off dribble or tough shots. And I think that would be like let's say you pair someone like Duncan with a Jello ball. I think that provides, the easy targets for whoever wants to facilitate the ball to have a catch and shoot option. There's not a lot of players in the Hornets that just like to catch and shoot. They like to get into their bag, and I think that's what they need more of.
but I was
Is go ahead.
this man. No, okay. So let's say that happens. Rozier, I think they can do it straight up. Rozier for Robinson, right? What do you do with McDaniels and Thor then?
They should want to keep Thor because he's still very young. What is he like 21, 22?
Yeah.
He's around. I
Yeah.
would keep him just because not only is he a long, lanky body, but he's shown the ability to play a role. The thing is, some of these guys, all right, this is the problem with the Hornets. They let a lot of guys come in with skill sets, and they don't make them into what the NBA needs. Like we've all seen that Draymond clip when he was at Rico Hines telling you that you got to play a role, and the
Hold,
Hornets are not
hold,
doing it.
hold on, Nico. I'm sorry. We got a
Oh,
new
you
guy
good?
in here named Locks Main. What's going on?
Yo, what's good? Yo, what's good? Hey, look, right. So,
Yo, where you from?
yo, I'm from NC.
Shout out North Carolina. What's good? How long you been rocking? This your first time on the channel, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cause I see y'all been on for about 2 hours, so I already know I'm late coming in. But
This your first time clicking on this channel?
yeah, yeah, it's my first time.
Oh, well, I appreciate you tuning in with us. What's going on with your talk with us?
Hey, I don't want to get two things out. I think Lamelo makes the. I'm no. I think Jello makes the roster as the two-way guy, and I believe like, look, Melo Melo runs this team right. So, like I said, I know I'm late. You know, hey, look. Hey, matter of fact, man, that's all I got to say, man. Hey, look, I've been
Are you
sipping a
good?
little. So, hey, I've
Nah,
been
yeah,
sipping.
listen,
So,
huh?
I said I've been sipping a little bit, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get up off this. But Jello
You
gonna
all
make this.
right, bro?
I bet. I'm out though. I'm out though.
Oh, appreciate you for coming on for
But
sure.
I mean,
Even
when
even
there's
if it's
new
just to
guys, I
share
like
that.
them. I like them. I don't know what these guys are gonna say because I got to
Yeah.
keep my eyes on new guys extra.
Well, the thing is, they also have to
Right.
come into the energy of knowing that you're not super critical of when people come to just share opinions. You're not about to just say "get the fuck out of here" or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
no, yeah, I wasn't. It's just like y'all.
I,
I know that y'all not gonna say nothing detrimental to destroy the channel. So when a new guy come on, I feel like I need to babysit. You know, it's like
yeah.
it's like I got to monitor what's going on.
You know what? Let me make that announcement for anybody that wants to come on this panel, and you have not only an opinion on the ball family to share, but basketball. Feel free to share that. You're not about to sit here and get completely shitted on. You know, if it's a take that people don't agree with, they will, give you some feedback. But feel free to be yourself. You don't have to sit
Well, can
here
I?
and you don't have to
Can
be
I?
nervous. You don't have to be. I'll say this: when I first started coming on, right? I would be so nervous that in the middle of my takes, I'd be getting out of breath, just thinking like, damn, like it felt like pressure, but this ain't pressure, bro. This is what we do all the time. We talk some basketball.
Well, can I say something? Then? I'm a little nervous.
Why? For you seem like the
That a
master of
bitch.
being cool.
I'll be goddamn. I ain't nervous, man. I came on, man, because I didn't know if you guys had talked about it. Oh man, I know y'all seen that tour situation, right?
Yeah.
Man, listen, I'm not gonna stay on. I just want to say this. I was on a panel right after that last week situation, and the guy was hollering and screaming at me, telling me he hurt his back. I knew it was a head injury then, and they let him come back. I hate that. They say, but good news, they say he had all his extremities was moving, and I think he rolled back on the plane with the team. So hopefully, be all right.
Have you ever had anything neurological happen in your life?
Uh, Nothing more than when I can say when I blew my knee out, I had a real sharp nerve pain when it first happened, but it didn't lead to much. Nothing else. Never anything of such like of a neck or a back or because see, when you turn too much one way, man, that shit is no fun, man. It's bad news,
He said
Yeah, I was
he
gonna
and
say
he.
I've had neurological problems, and I can say when you have, let's say, a flare up or something that triggers it, it can shut you down to where you are stuck like that. Because at first
That's right.
I thought he broke a finger or some shit. I didn't know what happened, but once I
I
seen him
I
just
knew it.
completely frozen, I'm like, oh
Yep,
shit,
that's the
this some
nerve.
nerve shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I just hate to see it, man. Now I can tell you how the NFL is. You can rest assured heads gonna roll on this one, guys. He shouldn't have been in the game, man.
I
The
mean,
concussion protocol that the NFL have in place is due to a whole lot of players, including Junior Seau, from one guy to another. NFL been dealing with this a long time, man. They've been trying to get away from it, and I don't know if Miami put winning this game ahead of, or cause see if the doctors cleared him for protocol, then they at fault, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Try to send him out there when he wasn't ready, because business is over his life.
Yeah, and and because I don't want to linger on that too long, I did want to say something about Lonzo. I don't know if you get. I'm pretty sure you guys, me and Flight was talking about it earlier. The news got back that Lonzo had successful knee surgery. Well, I kind of hinted around when I gave my synopsis on it the first time after they decided what they was going to do about this goes a long way too, guys. See, when the doctors go in there and could supposed to do the surgery on your knee, and you come out 6 months later and you're still having pain, what is their excuse for telling me they didn't do something that they seen from the start? There is none, fellas. Now, quiet as it kept behind the scenes, the organizations and the doctors not going to make it public. But that was an issue too. That was too. Because he never should have to have another surgery if they had one surgery that's supposed to correct that. So that means they didn't correct it. They didn't correct it. Now, thank the Lord, and hopefully he can get back on the floor and nothing's terribly wrong. But it's just remarkable, man, how in an instance, man, this whole thing can change, man, from a fun, loving thing to concern over somebody's life, man. But I ain't trying to ruin the subject, guys. You go ahead.
No. You good because I had ankle surgery back in the early 2000s, and the doctor asked me, well, is there something else going on? And I told him yes, I had something going on in my other ankle. So they went to the left side of the ankle and took care of the problem. So once the surgery was successful, and I know I was out for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Because I was playing other basketball tournaments and stuff like that. So I addressed the issue, told them what's going on. I had no other issues after that. I was good to go. And actually, that made me better than I was before, actually.
Yeah, you're right. And I wanted to address just to that issue because this can go in so many different ways, guys.
Right.
It can go in one way, but see, as we all probably would know, neither one of us want to go under that knife very often.
Right,
We just don't, man. We just don't.
I didn't have a choice, but yeah, exactly.
But if we think we can get by not telling people that it's bothering you as much, we try.
Right. Exactly.
But in the interest of both parties, organization and the player, when it comes to something like this in basketball, you got to address that. You got to come straight ahead with that. Because you just can't. I'm not blaming Lonzo and I'm not blaming the doctors, but the person, I had the knee. I blew my knee out. I knew my knee was blew out. I knew it was jacked up. I knew I couldn't do certain things anymore because I didn't have the surgery. And every one of us know our body. We know
exactly. Yes.
And when you know something is not right, you might keep it quiet. But if it's dealing with your livelihood, you should come out and say it. But it's a scary thing going under the knife, man. We all know that. Don't nobody want to get that done, man. For the simple reason we don't know the outcome. So we're afraid of it. We're afraid of the unknown, and that's a normal thing.
Right.
So, we did get good news back saying in both cases, in Tua and Lonzo, that they both should be okay. So that's a good thing, at least, But I think you guys were talking about, who were you guys talking about? The Charlotte Hornets?
Oh yeah. Talking about some potential trade options for Terry Rozier.
Oh, and I did I read in the chat something about Lonzo? Because I heard I watched that show from yesterday. That was a dope ass show. And I heard
no, I can't. No, okay. So let me run it down for you.
Was that?
I think that's background noise.
You go. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, because I think I heard a couple of guys on the panel say he was going to end up, Zoe was going to end up in Charlotte.
Guys, I pray to God he do.
I know everybody do. But if he do, it'd be after his contract is up. And that'd be fair.
I go and take Terry Rozier.
He ain't going nowhere until that contract is up, fellas.
That's right.
That's an investment. The Bulls. Listen, I didn't explain to people 1,000,000 times about how cheap that damn Bulls owner is. He not giving up on that damn investment that easy. You got to be crazy. The difference, the reason I can almost guarantee people that he wouldn't give up on this investment is this. The sparingly time that we've seen Lonzo on the floor, it was successful. So if you have any inclination that you can get him back healthy and see that again, any owner would do it. And that's including the Bulls. Now, I understand everybody's because it's been talk about, man, was it a bad signing and all this and all that. I don't go in deep like that because injuries are something that we can't control, guys. But the Bulls did know about his previous injury history, and he kind of had a little problem with that knee before we got him. So that was a risk. That was a risk we took, and we felt it could be corrected, and I still feel it can be corrected. So we got to bite the bullet on this one, guys. Try to get him healthy and get him back on the floor. That's all we can do.
He ain't signed to a bad contract. He just said he can't stay.
No, it's not. But no panic. Anytime it's $85 million and you're not producing on the floor, it can get worse and worse and worse. So
you know it could probably end up happening though. Try to get him on out there. If he missed the season here, if he stay out the whole season, by the time he come back, remember now this 4th year in a team option. That's a player option. And they might not want to play up if he can, especially if he can't play that 3rd year fully. I mean, shit. I don't see no reason why they would keep him after that.
All right. Well, here's a question for all of you guys. If you signed a player for $85 million and he played 35 games and then missed a whole year behind it, would you re-sign him?
No, not with this roster. But the DeRozan getting older.
I mean, just with the right mindset, it's just not a fair thing to even consider. But that's not gonna happen. No, that's not. He's gonna play. I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying that.
Option. Let me ask you a question. Let's say he missed this entire season, or he missed a good chunk of the season. Right? Let's just go out the premise he missed the whole season because he really don't know what's going on with this injury. I feel like the Bulls. Remember we've been talking about.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Mute your mic. Go ahead, Patty.
Remember we've been talking about like rumors and all that about Lonzo Ball, and I've been telling y'all like I think these leaks and stuff coming from the Bulls side. Like I think the Bulls been frustrated with Lonzo that he not gonna get this surgery, and y'all been trying to bat me down saying no. Like I tell you, that's where he been. The Bulls that want him to get the surgery so he could have been probably a lot more
ready
come back
for
a
the
lot
season.
sooner. And the fact that he didn't want to do it, they start leaking stuff to the public.
Yeah, well, I mean, and that's understandable. The investment deal is on the organization, so they want what's the best for their investment. If they know he's not healthy, what else should they do? No panic. They supposed to just at least go to get it looked at. Let's find out more about it. There's so many ways you can ask the question about it. But here's the deal. Here's the deal. What got a lot of people upset. If you, as a NBA basketball player, are not able to deal with pain going up and down stairs, then you can't play on the court.
Yeah.
So you got to go do something. Now, listen, when I blew my knee out, I was through with basketball and football. It limited me. I used to run every day. I used to jog 6 miles every day. It limited me to that. Now, if that was my profession, I would have had to get some procedures done. But I knew I could just back off of it, bring the miles down, and then be okay. But if this is your livelihood, you have to make the proper decision. Now, I'm not saying he didn't. And here's the deal. Here's the deal with this thing. In the case just like mine, it's not an everyday thing. Just like, I don't know if you guys might have heard him say, well, some days I'm fine. And that's true. But I did mention how weather, conditions, and ramping and doing too much on the knee can cause the discomfort. But you're going to do too much on the knee if you're an NBA player. It's going to happen.
Oh, you athlete. I mean, I know. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you pounding those legs up and down the court all day long. And then you practicing.
Exactly.
So
when he said he can't bend up 30 to 60 degrees, I
don't know if any one of you guys ever had the knee injury that he has and the one that I had. When he say that, It might not sound like nothing to you guys, but you know what that is, guys? It feels like a big old knot in your knee. It feels like a gigantic knot, and you cannot bend it in or out.
You
And
know what?
here's the crazy thing about it. Once you lay down and stretch your leg out and go to sleep, when you wake up and try to bend it to stand up, you're gonna holler like a banshee.
Well, you're right. I mean, my older brother had a knee, you know what I'm saying, knee surgery, but his was successful. Thank goodness he had nothing else going on with it. He was good to go.
Yeah, because what happens is once you relax it in one particular way,
Yeah.
where it stiffens in that way.
Yeah.
So if you stay that way too long, when you try to bend it back the other way, boy, that's when it hurts. And you don't have confidence in it anymore because you shouldn't, because you can feel this instability in it.
And
You can
that's the
actually, yes, you can actually feel the instability in your knee when you blow it out. You can tell it won't do this and it won't do that, and I can't twist it this way. And if I step wrong, this can happen. You be so conscious of it that you end up hurting something else on your body.
And that's why I've been
So
saying about them moving him. I don't see as far fetched because you gotta think about it. He gonna need at least a full season or at least a half a season, depending on when he come back this season. If he come back this season halfway through, he gonna need at least the rest of the season to get back right. And then he gonna probably next season he probably gonna take more time off so he can be able to develop on certain things that he need to
yeah,
develop on. And it's like
but
now you going into a player option season. Is like, do we still give him the money that he probably deserve because he can hoop? Or do we try to move him off this and try to get some pieces? Because DeMar DeRozan ain't gonna be there in his fourth year.
now wait a minute, no panic. This is just his second year of a 4-year deal. You know that, right?
Yeah, but if this season gonna be the injury season, next year gonna be the third season. That gonna be when he come
A
back.
whole okay, but if you get that full season out of him, then you have no concerns. Real simple,
But we
right?
can get a full season.
Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah, the whole key to this thing is get him back in decent time this year, get him healthy all the way through the season, get him ready for next year. If he played the whole season next year, it's a done deal. It's not even thought of no more. I mean, really. Now, if this was the third year, then we will be looking for some trouble here because it's an option year coming after this year. And if he can't play the whole year this year and his option is next year, then there's high, big time consideration. But I mean, my sentiment has always been, listen, I'm not a doctor. Let's make sure if he gets any kind of surgery, because we didn't see so many players have this neat thing. Zach just had it, and look at him, he's jumping out the gym. I don't know if you're supposed to go to the Zach doctor, or I don't know. I have no idea, because each camp have their own people to do their take care of their personal business, But I just think consider, first of all, and I do want to say this, there is not going to be too many times that anybody come out of surgery and it's reported that the surgery was unsuccessful. So let me just say it like that.
Yeah.
They don't always say it was successful. They said the first one was what? Successful, right?
Yeah.
But they had to go back in. They had to go back in and do some cleanup. So was it successful? I don't think so. But
I mean, it might have been successful, but it might have been just something that, like, kind of like fixing the car, right? Like, you may think it's one thing. Like, certain things you can't just tell being a mechanic, what's wrong with it. But sometimes you got to fix something just to realize it's something else. And I think what it does is he should have just get the surgery from the beginning. Like, I understand he want to rehab it, but if you couldn't get back by the playoffs, once you realize you were good by the playoffs and you say you had the same injury beforehand and you come back and even fine or whatnot, you should have gone to get the surgery done then. This way, it wouldn't be a big thing for you to miss a couple of months out the season, because they'd be like, well, she got an ample amount of time. Now people looking at it like, you may miss the whole season. Like, I believe he may miss the whole season.
Well, let me say
that's my prediction.
Well, hold on before you address him. I don't know if you've seen the reports today, but they came back that he should be back in almost 2 months. So
but
it's
they
damn
said
sure.
After the last one too.
I know that. I mean, but the whole key of here's the deal. You can tell when you have something successful when you feel yourself healing.
Right.
When he knew he was not getting better, he should have knew something still was wrong.
Exactly. So my thing is like he just got the surgery a couple of hours ago, right? Like not 24 hours ago. So there's no way for him to know if it's been successful or not because he still got to go
No,
through the rehab scenario.
no,
So
no.
what happens when he go
It'll
through it
take a
again
week.
and the knee ain't
It'll
taking?
take a week. It'll take a week or more before
Mm.
he can even really start bending that knee properly and just start pushing on it. Then
So
after
how
that
can we
week,
believe the reports?
well, I mean, but that's from the start. That's what I'm getting at. No panic. We can't
Marvin,
believe
you want
nothing.
to answer that? Rap
All
God
we can
got
do is
something for
just
you.
sit and wait. All we can do is sit and wait. What did he say?
He said, "Are the Bulls team doctors good?"
But the team
They have
doctors ain't
always
the one
been.
doing the surgery.
They always been. Here's the deal. I don't know who performed this surgery, the Bulls team doctors or his camp. We don't know. I mean, have anybody heard that the Bulls team's doctor performed this surgery
I ain't
or
heard
I'm
his
nothing
pretty
camp?
sure
about
he
that.
going to the best he can possibly go to. Because I mean, he from
Yeah,
LA. LA
I
got
don't
some of
think
the
they the
best
Bulls.
doctors.
Well, usually a lot of these guys with their agent, they handle those injury things with their own physicians. But then the team like to step in and get results and and get updates on how he's doing and this and that. But it's left up to him and his team, even to allow the team he's playing for to even examine him, almost in a sense.
But he
It's
was saying
more
they
to
were
it than
working
what we
hand in
know.
hand the whole time. He was
Yeah,
saying
well, I
they've been
mean,
in
but that's what
constant
they're gonna
communication.
say. That's what they're gonna say, Patty.
But no, that's what Lonzo say.
Oh well, I mean, yeah. Well, they probably were. But here's the deal: who's to say one side didn't say, okay, no, we're not going to do this, and then the other one say, well, we don't have the power to make you not do it.
That's why
You
I've
know,
been getting that when we've been talking about the comp. I've been talking about about them talking. It's like I've been trying to break down to y'all all these leaks that have been coming out. Y'all been saying, oh, that's just some independent person who in Chicago or whatever the case may be. I've been letting y'all know like that had to be coming from the team itself. Teams usually push you to get surgery as soon as possible so they don't interrupt how you say the investment,
that's
which is
right.
playing the season.
That's right.
So at the end of the
And their
day, like
investment.
Lonzo been being, oh, I don't want to get the injury because I don't want them to go up my knee so much, and then I ain't got no explosion or whatever like that. When it's like, bro, like they don't care about that. So he should have gone to
No,
get the surgery when he realized, damn, I didn't even get back for the playoffs, and I still can't really do nothing. Like this ain't nothing to play with. I understand, like just matter of fact, just like you said earlier, right? This your livelihood. Nobody wants to
that's
go
right.
under the knife. That's a fact. Nobody wants to go under the knife if they don't got to.
And we don't got to, right? Yeah, so you
But
gotta have it
bro,
But
to
if
like
be.
it's
once you
but
realize the type of player he is, he should have realized, like, listen, the playoffs aren't coming up. I can't do nothing. The playoffs out, I can't do nothing. Let me go to my second option instead. Now you waiting. You don't wait all this time. Now you at the
Mhm.
risk of missing a good chunk
that's
of the
right.
season.
That's right. I mean, it's like the same thing that I mentioned when I blew my eyes out. If I was an athlete, I would have got the surgery done, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't, I just limit my running down, and I'm still fine. But it didn't hamper me in my daily life. If it's your livelihood, you got to get it taken care of. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
plain and simple.
And
And
you
I'm
know
not
this for a
saying that
fact.
he was naive. I'm not saying that he was naive not to do it. I can honestly believe he was scared.
But you know
We
that gonna
all are
affect
scared to
him
go up
though.
on. I'm sorry.
You know that gonna affect him by in the future when people look at Lonzo, even if he play a full season, not this season because we know he's gonna miss time, but the season after, they still gonna always have that over him and say you injury prone. So if you had get the surgery, and even if you did that damn get the surgery and you had played this season and you had a little next hand and they had a rest you or whatever, the type of value you bring to a team, they look at it like, oh well, shit, we know we get from him. Like we just need him good for the playoffs. Like he can get us through a season, give us like what 50 games, 60 games throughout the season. Playoffs, he good. But now it's like you injury prone, like you about to miss damn near the start of a whole season. We've never seen Alonzo Ball healthy.
Well, let me
And
let me
that's
ask you
just a
this, no
shame
panic.
because like I always tell y'all, boy, I a defensive type of player. Like I love defense. Like watching Lonzo
Yeah.
to me is like art. His
Yeah.
That's
defense is
right.
like Kyrie Irving offense. I like watching them boy play. So at the end of the day, it's like nobody want to see this happen to him. But this ain't no shot at his camp or whoever advising him. But bro, this the NBA. Like that's the
right.
NBA.
Well, let me ask you this, No Panic. Do you consider? Now I do know, and we all know, he did have to have surgery earlier this year.
Yeah.
After the surgery, him having soreness, finally not being able to play in the playoffs, but not re-injuring the knee. Because he has to have another surgery now, not due to him blowing his knee out again, but because of issues with the doctors. Do you consider him injury prone or malpractice?
Injury prone.
How is he injury prone when the doctors didn't fix him from the start?
You want to know how? First season with the Lakers, injured. Second season with the Lakers, injured. Going to New Orleans, injured. Played 60 games in a shortened season. Still had a little couple injuries here and there. Going to the Bulls, 35 games and injured. That's 5 seasons long without playing. Every season he must significantly.
Let's put this on this. Let's put this on display by Craig. Did he have good communication with his doctors? Did the doctors ever ask him what's going? Is there anything that's going on with the injury that you need to tell them about?
That's the first. That's
the communication that I have with my doctors when they was doing me ankle surgery. They asked me, was there anything else that's going on in your ankle that we need to fix it? And I told them what it was, and they took care of it. And second surgery after that. That's the thing.
So that's a Lonzo thing, Dan.
Yeah, well, see, that's what I was saying. Guys be scared, so they don't say nothing.
But you can't. He's still considered injury prone, regardless of what the doctors did with the surgery after the 35
that can be understood. But I mean, you know what? That's fine with me. He can be, long as he come back healthy. I don't give a damn. You can talk about him being injury prone. Hold on. Let me say this. People can talk about him being injury prone while he averaging 14, 8, and 8. Fine with me. I don't give a damn. Call him injury prone. Long as he gives us 14, 8, and 8, and he don't get injured no more, it's fine with me. But here's the deal with this thing. He played 35 games in the first season of his contract. He's scheduled to be out, they say, upwards of 2 months. That's what? 15 games this year, 20 games this year. If he can get back, yeah. Well, it might be a little bit.
You think he only can miss 2 months?
Yeah, they say today it came out that he's
when did he get injured last year?
I don't remember exactly. I'm just talking about the reports that they came out, and that don't mean they true.
No, this is what they say. It's almost, but it's gonna be almost a year by the time he get back, or at least a year.
No. Listen, he didn't have surgery. He didn't have surgery this time. No panic. He had a clean out. It's different.
But no, he's still going under the knife. That's
we're gonna pull that up tomorrow.
All right.
I appreciate you, Marvin. No panic.
And
who's the other gentleman on the panel?
Calfani is me. Calfani, yeah.
Calfani, appreciate you, bro.
Pull up tomorrow.
Catch y'all on the next one, man. Yeah, for sure.
Tomorrow.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.